everyone there was very busy spring or autumn cleaning.
We should immerse ourselves in the plot.
Kanga and Roo.
Almost everyone was. Little Roo was otherwise
There's no
occupied
kangaroos in
playing
England.
with his ball.
Zoos.
But this isn't a zoo. And this is clearly meant to be England.
Pig!
Now Owl was busy looking for something he had misplaced.
I don't like Owl very much.
Well, I don't think he meant to. He's a snooshy
Where
fucker.
has my memory book gone off to? I wonder why I can't remember.
He wasn't wearing little shorts, but you saw a lot of his legs.
Rabbit's okay. I feel like I'd be Rabbit.
Rabbit's spitting erotic.
And Eeyore was having a
I might be
particularly
Eeyore.
gloomy
You're Piglet.
day.
I don't want to be Piglet.
Pooh, however,
No, you're much
was
more like
happily
Piglet.
doing
No.
what he loves most, eating.
Game volume could
banana.
go up a bit in comparison to you. I will do that.
Pooh Bear's
I can pause whenever, which is the beauty of emulation. Maybe up to like 40, something like that. Or you could stop talking over vital lore.
certainly loves honey. But honey was not on everyone's mind, especially not Tigger's.
Tigger.
I don't like Tigger.
I like
And
Tigger.
a couple of
I feel like
hard
Tigger would be very annoying to be around.
No.
He's a toddler.
I'm Tigger.
Hi, Weetabix.
A Granosaurus.
What?
Granosaurus. Oh, a
Of all of them, I'd probably most like to hang out with
Wait a
Eeyore or
second
Piglet.
there, little Piglet. Oh.
I like Winnie the Pooh
That's
best.
a big old
Piglet's the
pile of
hottest.
leaves.
I'm Winnie the Pooh because all he does
Or
is eat.
Kanga.
I love Winnie the Pooh. All he does is eat and sleep.
I feel like that would get annoying.
Well, that's what, eating and sleeping?
I don't know, I feel his sort
Granosaurus
of compulsions
head is
would be
right
annoying.
behind me.
Aww.
Please save me, Christopher Robin.
Don't be afraid, Piglet. There's nothing
I don't like
behind
Christopher
you.
Robin either.
Neither did the real Christopher Robin.
Yeah, that was sad.
There's nothing there.
It's just your imagination.
He's too posh.
Well, yeah.
I'm a posh little.
private school boy.
Well, he was. The real
Don't
kid.
be such a prick, Piglet.
The real kid was a posh little private school boy.
My goodness, no. I couldn't do... I mean, that would be... Face my fears, you say?
That's right.
Nah,
Plot.
Pig,
Become a
nah,
fear.
Piglet, don't face
You
your
just
fears.
have
Go to
to
bed.
stare it down.
No,
Believe in yourself, Piglet.
I did
You
see a
have
tweet the
hero
other day that
inside
was
you.
like,
Just
it had
wait
never
for it to come
really
out.
occurred to me that
You're
Piglet,
talking over the lore.
that Piglet was wearing a jumper. I just sort of assumed it was some sort of carapace like a beetle. And I think I was kind of the same.
Pigs don't have stripes.
I know, but I was like, that's just the
He
design.
talked over the lore.
He's frightened and he's going to go off and do frightened things.
Roo!
I don't like Roo either.
And
I
so
liked
as
him
Roo
when I was small.
falling asleep, Pooh started to drift off as well.
Pooh.
But as everyone was so preoccupied, they hadn't noticed Piglet. Feeling that he was too small and too easily frightened to help his friends, Piglet left the
Wimp.
100-acre wood.
Emma!
I bully him.
and rather
But you're Piglet.
I'm not bloody Piglet.
Do you not like Piglet because he's too like you? Is it one of those
He's a
things?
scaredy cat.
No, he's brave.
Uh-huh.
He's scared but overcomes that, which is true bravery. So,
Oh, they only have the gopher in the American version.
yeah, I've never seen this fucker in my life. That's
Well,
the-
you know these characters are the Disney characters.
Yeah.
Like Pooh in the books
Yes.
doesn't have a jumper.
Yeah.
So in the American Disney cartoons, they wanted to include an American animal, so that's a gopher, which is hilarious because there is no fucking kangaroos in England.
Mhm.
Well, why do they have to include an American animal?
Yeah.
Why did your original man put in kangaroos? Oh, it's because
Because it was based on his toys.
yeah, it was based on
Yeah,
kids'
the
toys
kangaroo
and yeah,
toys or whatever.
kangaroos. And there isn't tigers in England either.
No.
Do you think it's called Tigger?
Or bears anymore.
There was bears in England.
Yeah,
Like-
but they killed them all
Yeah, but they were there.
hundreds of years ago.
There was never tigers or kangaroos in England.
Hello.
If you would like to begin a new adventure, just stop and talk to our very industrious friend, Gopher.
Oh, the gopher's very annoying. I don't like him.
Yeah, I've just noticed. I was just idly doing this. Piglet does have a car-breaking tire squeal effect when he turns.
If you would
Aminals
like
of
to
the
begin a
Empire.
new
Oh, that does
adventure,
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
they're
stop
Commonwealth
and talk to our
animals.
very
So
industrious
the tigers come
friend,
from India?
Gopher.
Yes.
They also come
there are
from
some.
Russia,
Yeah,
right?
the Siberian tigers.
Ah, yes. This is where you can start your adventure.
How is
at
the
spot
volume now?
Where you
Is it
last
still
left it.
a bit loud or quiet compared to us? Because I can easily fix that.
Talk to the American
If you would
gopher.
like to begin a
I will
new
do a new
adventure,
game.
Just
Piglet
stop
is such a
and talk
beautiful
to
little
our
treat.
really
You mean
industrious
that in a
friend.
horny way
Go
or
for
a
it.
wholesome way? Because I could go either way on Piglet.
Piglet's
You
only
want-
a child.
I
think.
Do you want to create a new game?
Is he a child? We spoke to our taxi driver who was from Nepal, and he said people were always getting killed by tigers in his village. Oh, that's terrible. Zara says it's too loud.
Slightly too loud, I would say. Good stuff.
And Samuel says you talked over the lore. I mean, I did too, but you did too. Piglet is a stunning little angel boy.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'll put
When
it
I
down
was
to
a kid, I
32.
thought Piglet was a girl.
Yeah, I think I was maybe the same.
Even though he clearly has a male actor's voice. I thought he was a girl.
Yeah,
I
think
guess
was
because
the
he's
same.
pink.
Maybe.
I don't think I realised...
Maybe we're sexists.
I don't think I even realised that he was a pig, because I know his name is Piglet, but look at him. He doesn't really look like a pig, does he?
He's got the little pig ears.
He does have the pig ears, but he kind of looks a bit... I wouldn't really say he looks like a pig.
Just looks like a kind of a squishable twink.
Yeah, he does, yeah. Aw, Kane, don't put that as your name.
What? It is not taking that long to notice.
Like, I'd say he looks like a sort of bug.
Ah, he does look a little bit like a beetle.
He does, but pink.
Mm-hmm. Which is cute too. Frogs!
My
I love
dad used to
froggos.
cry laughing at Piglet. Never understood it as a kid, but now I see it.
Aw,
Just a sweet, funny plop.
that's very sweet. I like him. Hello, who are you? Oh, I've
Killed
collected a frog.
You kill the frog.
Center screen. Yeah, that's fine. This is the settings menu, I guess. What is this? Switch vibration. Max, please. Oh, this is turning it off and on. I want all the vibration possible. Strap Piglet to the Sibian.
You can see Christopher
Oh, why did I
Robin's
click
teddy
that?
bears in some museum somewhere.
Mhm.
You know, the real toys.
Please, this is unskippable. Oh no, it is fading out good.
Are you listening to me?
Yes.
You can go to a museum and see the real toys.
Mhm.
You can see the little...
They look ratty as fuck.
That's because they're nearly 100 years old.
Hmm.
What do you mean, ratty as fuck? They're nearly 100 years old.
Yeah, they look shit.
They were loved. They look all raggy because he played with them so much. Oh, it's sad. It's a really sad story, Winnie the Pooh,
What
isn't
am I
it?
supposed to do?
Innit? Innit?
If you say so.
Well, the dad was writing to deal with his PTSD from World War One,
Uh-huh.
and the son hated the fact that it was based on him and his toys.
Yes.
So it's just a really sad story.
Ah, this is the volume. I
And if you
guess.
look at the characters, they all clearly have deep psychological issues.
Mhm.
Like Tigger, ADHD?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's got hyperactivity.
There's something
disorder
wrong
some
with
way.
this pig.
Oh, he's got like general anxiety
Yeah.
disorder, I would say.
He is definitely depressed.
Yes.
What's wrong with Winnie the Pooh? Compulsive eater?
Eating disorder. Definitely.
Rabbits?
Addiction.
Rabbits neurotic as fuck.
Rabbit might have OCD.
I have OCD. Rabbit doesn't strike me as OCD.
The owl's a narcissist.
The pig is a nervous baby boy. What about the kangaroos? I suppose the kangaroos are relatively normal.
Well, there was once I did see a fan theory that
Oh, that the kangaroo baby isn't real and
that
she's
it's like a
hallucinating
doll or
kangaroo.
something. It's like she lost her baby and that it's not real.
Well, I only noticed when I got older, I was a very stupid little kid, that these aren't real animals, they're clearly meant to be the teddies.
Yes, because they have
you
their
can
little stitching and stuff.
Yeah, the kangaroo has a stitched on pouch,
Mhm.
and sometimes Winnie, like, his stuffing comes out.
Yes.
So they're not meant to be real animals. Kangaroos are mental as an animal, they don't need a neurosis.
Just kangaroo.
ADHD isn't just being hyper.
I know, but that's one of the letters. I think that's what one of the letters stands for, right?
It's the original Toy Story. I suppose it is.
Yeah, kind of. View Disney clips.
It's normally you're not really hyperacting, it's just your brain is hyper.
I don't really want to view Disney clips, to be honest. What is this?
Isn't there a condition that
Should
makes you
like
really
to
hyper?
see your friends from the
don't know.
100-acre wood and enter their dreams, just look through this telescope.
That's creepy.
We're going to enter their dreams? This is a bit Silent Hilly, isn't it? And this
Tigger
new
is a
cinematics. Yeah.
good lad.
I mean, Tigger seems like he's a... They all seem...
Should you like to see your
Not
friends
all of them seem
from
nice.
the 100-acre
Owl does seem
wood
like a prick.
and enter their dreams?
Well, Owl's just kind of
Rabbit
snooty.
seems a little bit
This
like a prick, to be
telescope.
honest.
They're both kind of snooty.
I feel like Rabbit would be very exhausting to live with.
They're-
Like, whenever I think of what like fictional characters, I think, how would they be in like a roommate scenario?
Well, none of them would be great roommates. Like Winnie the Pooh would just eat all your food.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be Winnie the Pooh's roommate. Piglet though and Eeyore. Eeyore and Piglet.
Piglet's like...
Although Piglet would probably break a plate or something and then apologise for 3 days. Oh,
okay,
God.
so it is a bit like me.
Yes, it is.
I can say this about Eeyore because I have depression. Eeyore would be very draining to be around.
I feel like I could chill out with Eeyore.
What's that there?
It's just a button.
Oh.
It's just a monitor. Right, let's go.
Should you like
My
to see
dad
your-
used to call me Eeyore when I was small and I hated it because I felt he was making fun of me for being,
As
sad.
Pooh slept,
Also because you're more like
became the
Piglet.
hero
I'm not
of
anything
Pooh
like
Bears.
Piglet.
You're wearing pink right now.
Piglet is a wimp.
You're a little fluffy pink blob right now. Ah, my Piglet.
We walked pigs this weekend. I saw the pig on Facebook. I told you.
didn't.
I told you about it.
Did you?
I said they saw pigs.
Whenever Facebook is mentioned, I saw it out. Piglet hoovers at 4 p.m. Is that too early? I'm sorry. Right, do we want to go with Winnie the Pooh?
Well,
As
my
little Roo
favourite
slept,
is Winnie the
Piglet
Pooh.
as
Okay,
Owl
we'll
was
go with
still-
Winnie the Pooh then.
As Pooh slept, Piglet became
When
the
I was
hero
little, Roo
of
was my
Pooh
close
Bear's
second.
dream world.
Tigger, I loved Tigger.
The wonderful Tiggers. The wonderful
And
thing
I'm the
about
only one.
Tiggers.
And I'm the
I can't
only
remember
one.
what the song is.
I could do with a smackerel of honey now.
No.
Just a small jar. Two.
That's more like a crop top, his little jumper.
Yeah, he's kind of wearing a slutty little outfit. I hadn't really thought of that before. Forgot about Roo.
Oh, if only Piglet were here, he would surely help me find some honey.
There we
Sure.
go.
Roo
Find
falling
your own
asleep.
honey. Remember when he
that's
was sad,
exactly
everyone
what
just
he
stopped
was
liking the
going to
Tigger
dream
movie.
about.
I was taken to see the Tigger movie when I was like 6 or 7 and I bawled. When it was like, we're your family, your chosen family. Oh, I cried my eyes out. I was so beautiful. It was so sad and cute. Oh, Winnie the Pooh makes me sad. There's something so pure, and the English are really good at writing these really sad animal kid stories. Like Paddington.
Paddington is also fucking heartbreaking.
And Paddington and Winnie the Pooh are just so pure. You know they're not going to last in this world. Like if
Every
they're,
time Emma
if they're
always
in the
says this
real
about these
world,
bears.
Paddington and Winnie would be killed. Yeah, they're bears too.
That whenever she sees them, she's like, their innocence will be taken from them soon, or they'll be murdered.
Well,
like they
like, they're
can't
so
exist in their
pure.
state.
Paddington is so sad. Like I cried at Paddington even before something sad happened.
Emma and I were when we watched Paddington 1.
Irish people love the Tory bear.
Emma and I watched the first Paddington movie, and within 4 minutes of the movie starting, we were both crying.
You cried too.
Yeah, I said we were both crying.
Oh God, yeah. That beautiful little bear. I have been put off by the sort of posters with him with the
Yes,
Queen. and
the
stuff.
whole link with
But,
the royal
but that's
family.
not
has
that's
made
not
it-
Paddington's fault. That's somebody else's fault.
I always say
Paddington
it.
as a character is pure.
I keep saying it, and people don't want to acknowledge it. He's a small immigrant child who has been
Exactly.
taken advantage of by people in the royal
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
probably been locked inside Andrew's room for a while.
Oh,
like
no.
something bad has happened to that bear.
But yeah,
I would not. I feel sorry for
I
that
know.
bear.
You know, he always has an English accent, but he's an immigrant from Peru.
Yeah, deepest darkest Peru, which is. I fucking hate
No, Paddington, he's so pure.
that bear. Alright, what is this?
Unfortunately, Piglet
He's
was
not a
unable
Tory
to
bear.
go through
He's been
this
used by
test.
the Tories, but
For
in his
you
heart,
see,
he's a good
it was
boy.
blocked by a
The first
mountain of
movie is
cotton
basically him
candy.
fighting against Brexiteers.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And racist. Like Nicole Kidman hates bears, which is clearly meant to be immigrants.
I mean, in the first movie, Peter Capaldi plays one of the villains.
Yeah,
and
he's racist.
He is just straight up like, I hate immigrants, and I don't want them in my town.
And Jim Broadbent is like-
I hate Europe and shit.
And Jim Broadbent is like a refugee. I think a Jewish
Yes.
refugee from Germany. It's lovely, like.
Cheer Piglet up. Okay, we can do that.
The bottle was far too high for Piglet
He's
to
too
use
dumb to
by
not follow the
himself.
Tory propaganda.
This
Yes.
was certainly not the moment for trying to use it.
He's only a baby.
When was the last time you watched a Winnie the Pooh thing?
Everything will be alright, Piglet.
There was a movie that came out in 2011. Didn't we watch that
I
together?
think we watched it. I think that was pretty good.
We watched it like a couple of years
Thank you,
ago.
Christopher Robin.
Is that the one where
I feel better
Winnie the Pooh
already.
sort of dances with, like, honey homunculi of himself?
It's
and
the
then
one
eats
where
them?
they're stuck in a hole, and the owl and the rabbit. No, the owl obviously isn't there because he can fly. The rabbit is the other snooty one. The rabbit calls up to Piglet, "Can you tie a knot?" And Piglet goes, "I cannot." And he's like, "You cannot tie a knot?" Don't you remember? It went on for ages.
Christ. the puns. That's another thing the English like. Insufferable punning.
Yeah, like Wallace and Gromit is just full of puns.
I do like Wallace and Gromit a lot. Though.
I do
Similar
like
vibe
Wallace
from
and
that, I feel. Gromit would be the perfect roommate.
If the English are good at anything, it's those kind of things.
Could it be
And
my young
colonialism.
friend? Oh, hello, Owl.
What a pleasure it is to see you. Now tell me, what are you doing in Pooh's dream? Would
Being
you
a bit of a
perhaps
perv,
be
get out of
looking
people's
for
dreams, you weird little
a
pig.
treasure?
Oh, no, Owl. I've come to see if Pooh might need my help.
Ah, bravo, Piglet. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Pooh is just on the other side of this gate.
Wallace and Gromit had the line, "Oh, I'm in bread myself." That's so stupid.
One of my favourite jokes.
I
as a
can't
kid.
wait for the Christmas special.
Mhm.
Yay!
One of my favourite jokes of all
The
time.
penguin's coming back.
God.
The penguin's coming
I
back.
don't respect that. That made me less excited when I saw that the penguin was coming back.
The penguin is hilarious.
Cynical shit.
All art
That
is
is not what Wallace and Gromit
all
is about.
art is made with the intention of profit.
I know, but Wallace and Gromit didn't have returning characters until now. But,
He's run out of ideas, I guess.
yeah, probably. I mean, half the cast are dead.
But there was only two.
I know.
Actually, not even because the dog doesn't talk.
No.
I always forget the dog doesn't talk because he has such personality.
Mhm.
Like he talks with his eyes.
But one of my favourite jokes as a kid was in the Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit movie, where the cop
Oh,
is wandering
God.
up through the church and says, "To me, this looks like a clear case of arson." And everyone goes, "Arson? A case of arson around."
Oh.
And it made me laugh so hard I choked as a child. So fucking stupid. I had this game on my GameCube. I tried to get the GameCube version working first and it did not work. So this is the PlayStation version, but they're identical.
Pooh, I said, is anybody home? Rabbit, nobody. Pooh, somebody must be home because somebody must have said no.
He's kind of an idiot.
The bear?
Yeah.
Will ya?
What a dopey idiot.
Aw.
Whenever I hear the word dopey now, I think of you when you first saw Moodang.
Yeah.
Emma referred to Moodang as that dopey
Well,
bitch hippo.
it wasn't Moodang. It wasn't Moodang.
Uh-huh.
Because it was a hippo that knocked over a blue tray full of food.
Mhm.
But Moodang isn't eating food yet. She's on milk. So it must be a
Yeah,
different
maybe it
hippo.
was just like something to play with, I guess.
No, her mom has like a black tub, not a blue tray.
Mhm.
I know my Moodang lore.
Emma has now become obsessed with Moodang.
Not that much.
Worryingly.
I just check in on her every once in a while.
Emma watches the Moodang live stream
Every once in a while, not 24/7.
once a day.
Not. I haven't actually the last couple of days because I've been busy with homework and actually going to sleep at a reasonable hour. Because really, you'd have to get up. If I'm usually awake at 1:00 in the morning because I have terrible sleeping patterns, and that's when I can watch it because then it's breakfast
Oh,
time
do be
in
careful, Piglet.
Thailand.
This
But like
caramel
the
is
last
quite
couple of days,
sticky
I've been
and
asleep at 1:00.
I seem to have found myself rather stuck in it. And it would be so bothersome if we both got stuck. Don't you think?
Oh, but Pooh, how did you get stuck in the caramel?
Well, you
Caramel.
see, I was searching for some money,
Ugh,
and
Ben.
Rabbit thought this might be a good
They
place
are
to
Americans.
search. Well, at least I think that's
Isn't
what
this
he
Jen
told me.
Cummings?
But
Yes,
now
it
that I
is.
think about it some more, I could be mistaken.
Hold
Of
on, Pooh. I'll get you out.
Everything.
That would be very nice.
Skyrim is what
Thank
I
you, Piglet.
recognise him from, to be
I
honest.
suppose a
most of the time.
stick might be useful.
Find a stick. Caramel.
No, just let
Get a
me.
caramel apple.
He can just eat his way out.
I hate caramel.
I like it in Once in a Blue Moon.
I like these, the little jellies.
Are they vegan?
No, probably not. But they look a little bit like what are now called mini gems, not their original name.
All those words make sense, but together, not so much. You've not heard of Moodang? She's been
Moodang,
she's been all
small
over
hippo
the
friend of the
internet. She's
internet.
been all over the place.
Piglet thought the lollipop stick might be quite handy.
Smash him. Hit him over the head with it until he dies.
No, leave him alone.
Never?
Hang on, Pooh. I'll do my
That must
best
be
to
nice.
escape you.
Not that Moodang is bad, but to be bad offline, that must be lovely.
Oh, thank you, Piglet.
I can't see the
I've
Silent Hill
discovered that
comparison.
caramel
Well,
is
somebody
quite
would
worth
know.
reading.
Maybe he
But
goes into
not so
Rabbit's
good
dream
for
and that's
one.
where it gets all...
Standing in.
Help
Nightmare.
Piglet, I
Now,
am
let's
stuck.
find Rabbit. I'm
What's
sure
this
he knows where
here?
to find some
What?
honey.
Piglet should have a small...
What?
There, pin
What does it
message.
say?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Click on it.
Come on now,
God.
Piglet.
A a small pea stain.
And it's fun to show the anxiety.
Poor Piglet. I thought it was going to say something else.
What, a small penis?
Yeah, I thought that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, he does have... Are people still saying small dick energy? He does. But I imagine...
Stop, he's a child. I'm not comfortable
I don't
with this
think he's a
conversation.
child.
Well, he's child-coded, so
I don't think he is. He has the voice of a little old man.
I'm not comfortable with this conversation.
I don't think he is.
He's child-coded.
Okay. Piglet's a bottom. He doesn't need it anyway, is what I was going to say. It's just going to be flapping around. It's not weird to discuss pig.
It is if the pig is child-coded.
I don't think he is
He's a
child-coded.
baby. He's a baby.
He's got the voice of a little old man.
So, he's a baby.
And so it was that Piglet decided to follow his friend Winnie the Pooh in the
Aw.
hopes of helping him.
His name is
find
literally
some
Piglet.
honey.
That's true. But that could be
Yeah,
like
he's a
name.
baby.
You know, like
Piglet.
they went like, "Oh, you're a
There seems
twink.
to be
I'm going to
some
call you
cotton
Piglet or
candy
something."
blocking
Stop
the
it.
door.
He's only a baby.
However shall we get through?
Eat it.
Think. I do believe I've seen this cake before.
Is that meant to be candy floss?
And if
Yes.
this cake is here,
Cotton
then
candy.
Rabbit must be
Shouldn't do
over
accents.
there.
Will he be able to help us find the honey?
Oh yes, Rabbit always has a smackerel or two of honey.
Why would a
Now, how
rabbit
shall
have
we
honey?
get through this cotton candy? Think.
Don't rabbits eat vegetables?
I suppose we could eat it.
Oh no, Pooh. There's much too much to eat.
Yes, of course you're right, Piglet. But however shall we get to the other side then?
Cover your stomach. That top is a crop top.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't like.
Let it hang, sister.
I don't like belly tops, whatever you call them. I'm glad that look has gone out of fashion.
They're back now.
It was
I've
huge.
seen some crop tops around.
It was huge in the 2000s.
You should wear a crop top.
Do you think they're awful?
I think you should wear a crop top.
Like, it doesn't matter if you have the smallest, flashiest stomach. I still think it's awful. It looks just it's awful.
Wear a crop top.
No, it's
Crop top.
awful.
Crop top for
Awful look. And I don't have the smallest, flashiest stomach.
Uh-huh.
So it'd look even worse.
No, you should. That's even more reason.
Everything will be alright, Piglet. To overcome your fears, you must believe in yourself.
Fuck off.
Oh, thank you, Christopher.
Emma!
That kid annoys me. I've
annoying.
never liked Christopher Robin.
No, when Christopher Robin comes in, it's usually
That's how I mean they're babies. Christopher Robin isn't even gone to secondary school.
Mhm.
He's supposed to be like younger than 10.
Mhm.
So these are, if they're getting advice from an 8-year-old, they're clearly babies.
Mhm. I guess we need to go into Rabbit's thing to get him then.
Like, if the 8-year-old is more mature than these things, they're clearly babies.
These things.
Well, whatever they are. I'm not sure if they're aminals or teddy bears or delusions or what. Because is it supposed to be
They're a
Should you
polycule.
like to
Is
see
Christopher Robin just imagining these things? Like, they're not, if they're, because teddy
Oh
bears.
yeah, he probably has some sort of weird psychosis.
Because
As
teddy
little
bears
as
don't live in the
Al was
woods, you
still
know,
awake,
or eat honey.
He was now, as Rabbit was not yet asleep.
Oh.
Piglet would have to wait
Oh
a
my
short
goodness,
while
Rabbit, what are you
to
doing?
become a hero.
You know what they
in
say about
Rabbit's
rabbits?
world.
No.
They fuck a lot.
As,
Oh.
as Pooh slept,
You know, that dildo that's vibrator that's called a
as
rabbit.
little Roo
Okay.
slept,
You ever heard of it?
Piglet
Not
became
really.
the hero of
Must be nice.
Normally I'm the gross one.
I saw it once. One time, me and my friends, when I had friends, went into Anne Summers.
I get it like it's a unicorn.
Shaw, we went into, well, we're Irish. We were raised Catholic. We went into Anne Summers for a laugh and we saw the rabbit vibrator. And it's so big, it looked like it would split you in half. It was actually way too big. I was like,
I hear
don't-
it's rampant.
It looked very frightening, honestly. It was way too big. It was massive. I was like, that would
thought
hurt.
Roo, falling asleep, and that's exactly
I'm a
what
bit
he
embarrassed
dreamt
now.
about.
Why, hello, Piglet, dear.
Hi.
Hello, Mrs. Kanga.
You haven't seen my little Roo, have you?
You should
I
take
don't
better
know
care
where
of your
he's
kid,
got gone
bitch.
to.
Do you? It's
No,
10 o'clock. Do you know where your
sorry,
children
I've
are?
never seen him.
Oh, would you do me
Single
a favor
mothers.
and find him for me? He has to clean up his room, you know.
It's probably leeching off the government.
I'll do my best,
What government?
Mrs. Kanga.
The government of 100 Acre Wood.
Oh, that's
Christopher
what-
Robin, I guess.
100 Acre Wood. Oh, Christopher Robin does seem to be their king or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Cheer Piglet. No, I'm sick of cheering Piglet up. He needs to grow up a bit.
So now, see, I told you
Sorry.
Piglet was annoying. I told you. You agree, Piglet's annoying.
No, he isn't. He's lovely.
You just said he needed to grow up.
Yeah, but in a term of endearment way.
He's a baby.
Can you jump in that fire?
He's only like small. That's why, because I think the Winnie the Pooh, or the Heffalump,
I don't know what this is.
it's in one of the Disney movies, the Heffalump.
Mhm.
Don't you remember? I think it might have been the one we watched. They're scared of like this Heffalump creature.
I don't know. Do I have to... Oh, they're very mad! What the hell is that? What did I just do?
Whoa!
What is this?
Metaphysical!
No, what did I just... What is this?
Fight!
What is this?
Fight the elephant!
I don't know how.
Kick it!
Square.
Run! Ah!
Oh my god, it's a JRPG. Holy fuck. It's turn-based combat.
It turned into a little
A
potion.
little potion.
But yeah, spoilers for the ending of the Winnie the Pooh books. Because if I spoil the ending of the Winnie the Pooh books?
They all die or something?
No, well, probably symbolically. Christopher Robin goes to secondary school, to private boarding school. So he can't bring his teddy bears with him. So he has to say goodbye. So that's why Winnie the Pooh is so sad. It's about the end of childhood.
So it is just Toy Story.
Yeah, it kind of is, yeah.
I don't really like Toy Story that much either.
Don't you?
I prefer this. Like, ah! You got very close. And I forgot the buttons because these are not the same buttons.
It's a baby game. The elephant's not going to do anything.
He's going to kill me.
He's not going to kill you.
He's definitely going to kill me. Because I killed both of them. That door opened, wherever that was.
They're not real. You're in Dream World. You haven't killed anyone.
I guess I'm
I like how
killing
it looks
parts
like
of his brain.
The looks like it's been drawn by a kid. That's
Mhm.
clever. Yeah, this is just Toy Story, actually.
Yeah. Can I glue the rock open?
The way was blocked by a rock, drawn in pencil and charcoal. Perhaps erasing
Fancy.
it would be enough.
Very fancy. I guess these must be heel points. That
That
cheer
man
Piglet up
sounds
thing.
like he's trying to sound like Stephen Fry.
Yes, he does. Like they couldn't get Stephen Fry, so they were like,
Well, is
"You
Stephen...
C-list
Wait,
Stephen Fry."
Do they know who Stephen Fry is in America? He's big in Britain, but is he big in America?
I don't know. Oh, those shadows are.
Oh, this
working.
must be a Disney game, is it?
I'm
Yes.
doing my daily
Shocking.
bounce. Oh, hello, Tigger. Hey, what's this fence doing here?
I forgot the sort of
Tiggers
list.
from bouncing. And a Tigger that can't bounce.
That's also Jim
Why,
Phillips,
he's
I think.
no Tigger at all.
Maybe there's some way to open it, Tigger.
Huh. I think you may be onto something, Piglet. I do remember.
Because there's
I've
about
seen a
15
little
characters in
pool
Skyrim
tab
that sound
over there.
basically just like Tigger
Maybe
without
if
the list.
somebody pushed it up, it would open this
Yeah, Jim
fence
Cummings has been
and
in like
free up
literally.
some
He's like
power
Mel.
Oh, yeah, he's
from
in
room.
He's like Mel Blanc.
Every
or-
media, probably.
Oh, what's that woman called?
But
June.
there's
I can't
some
remember.
and
June something, a Mel
Maybe
Blanc.
not.
He's like them. He's in literally every
Maybe
cartoon.
if you tried not to make any noise, they wouldn't notice you.
Oh, you mean sneak around like? Sneaking through Tigger's too.
Yeah, no, you love Tigger.
I'll take care of this.
I'm not
fence for you,
6
Piglet.
anymore.
You love
Stand
Tigger.
back and watch.
Get into it. You love it. Tigger would slip in a bathroom with that tail up. Am I Tigger now?
Tigger!
I don't know if I want to be Tigger.
He's
Sounds
very.
like platforming. might
He's
be
very
involved.
exuberant.
Oh, it's going to be sneaking. Okay.
That's silly. He could bounce on them with his Tigger bounce.
No, it's a stealth game now. They have cones of vision and patrol routes and stuff. He's tried to bounce, but I guess they're too high.
You're
the
the third
third-
It's all over. I've seen it on Twitter and stuff, like memes of how this is like Resident Evil but for kids.
Yeah.
So everyone has been inspired to play the game.
Yeah, this has had kind of a moment. I don't know why.
Hello. Jeez.
Sorry. the vision cone changed very suddenly.
I remember this level as a kid. I got my older brother to play it for me
I mean,
because it was hard.
is it going to be more stealth? I assume there's going to be like a stealth thing. It's a bit like I did the same with my dad. I got my dad to play a bit in the Hobbit video game from 2003.
Was the game good?
No, I finished it on stream at one point, but no.
Look, there's a
ages ago.
dragon. Hush.
Mhm.
Hide.
But there's a bit where you have to hide for some trolls and do a stealth section, and I
Troll.
could not do it.
Are those dragons?
Mm. Oh, I can jump.
Are those dragons? Okay.
I don't know what they are. I don't know. Leave me alone. Do I have to go in here?
I
These
remember it
little
being
sections?
harder. Ah, but you were very small, I'm assuming. Like, this is probably for like 7-year-olds.
I don't know when this came out.
Yeah, but it would be for small children.
Although you're young, Ember. Well, when did the PS2 come out? I don't know when the PS2 was
What
a thing,
are
really.
these things?
I don't know. Hey, don't turn around yet. I need to get up here.
I can't do stealth, so this still scares me. I just tried to redeem the wonderful thing about Tiggers, but it didn't let me. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is that I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm the
Now,
only
Tigger had
one?
the same cardboard gate in front of him.
I'm the
He would
only
also
one.
have to find the corresponding pull tab to
What the fuck are you talking about? A pull tab? I'm gonna die!
Now, Tigger
They're gonna
had the
kill
same
me, you
cardboard-
fucker! Oh, this is way too close.
Punch it?
You wouldn't let me.
Whatever it was. What was it?
I don't know what that was. A weasel or
It did
something?
look like a
Kill
weasel.
him. Dead.
Oh, can't open the door.
Is she meowing again?
She is, yeah.
She's meowing again.
Clingy little cat.
Mm-hmm.
So clingy.
Piglet? Oh, Tigger, you couldn't open the gate?
No.
Hello,
There I was,
Tapu.
surrounded by a dead 3 dozen woozles. And there
Wurzels?
were 3
Woozles.
or
Is that
100
sweet?
heffalumps too.
There's a sweet called Wurzel,
It's
isn't there?
lucky for me you can't catch a Tigger so easily. Now nobody gets the better of a Tigger. I'm going back in there. But
Now that came across as a bit
violent like
furry
you
porn.
can.
I kind of meant furry porn.
Emma! Oh, there's probably so much. I have only seen one. I've seen one where they drew Piglet as sort of a femboy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any others.
Is Rabbit a boy? He is, isn't he?
I think so.
So is Kangaroo the only girl?
I think so.
Ah, all girls.
Yeah. I should save next time we get there, so that I don't have to redo this. Oh! Run!
Run, Tigger!
Run your little fucking feet! Okay, there we go. Good. I don't want to see poo eating from a jar of sticky white substance. Oh, I did see a joke one. I don't think it actually had any genitalia or anything. Oh,
Push
there's
back.
the pull tab.
Is the cat here?
She just left again.
Well, she just wanted to see what we were doing. No, don't. No, she'll just be crying again.
Bye.
She'll just be crying again.
I did see one where he was stuck in like a bottle of honey and he was like, no, step Piglet, I'm stuck or whatever.
Oh, gross. Don't sexualize kiddie things.
If any 2 characters from this franchise were to get together, it would be Pooh and Piglet.
Okay, but don't like sexualize kid things.
They've got the
Ew.
chemistry. Meow.
Oh, she
Sexualizing this is not allowed.
is she meowing again?
She is. Get together.
They already
Yeah,
took my little pony.
They.
Yeah, I hate when people like sexualize kids things. It's like even in that stupid TV show Family Guy, they always have the baby doing sex jokes. It's like, ew, he's a baby.
What about, I don't know, like Pokemon, when there's like hot characters in that?
You mean like Misty and Ash?
No, like
Misty
Jesse and
and Ash were
James.
clearly boyfriend girlfriend.
They're like 10 years old. That's
So is
weird.
Piglet.
Piglet's like 70.
You had a crush on Misty when you were small.
It was mainly Jesse.
You didn't have a crush on Misty.
Not really, no.
Not when you were little.
No.
Brock was weird. Remember Brock?
Oh, the nurses and the cops as well. I
Brock
forgot
was
about
weird
that.
though, wasn't he?
Yeah, Brock was like a sexual harassing freak.
Yeah, but there was also one time he met a little girl and
Well,
said, it's a
would
shame
you
you're not
look
10
at
years
that?
old.
Oh no,
Thank you
Brock.
very much, Tigger.
Cancelled.
Don't mention it.
Brox
But
was an
Piglet
incel
is what
before
Tigger's
incel.
to the
But yeah,
best.
Ash and Misty were clearly like, will they, won't they kind of shite, even though they were a bit young for that sort of thing. Like, apparently Ash is only meant to be 10.
Yeah, he is. Although I think it ended recently, didn't it? And he's like 14 by the end or something.
Oh wow, the proper adult.
Mm-hmm.
His mom just basically, I saw a cartoon where it was like, here, it's your 10th birthday. Take this rat, go out into the wild and capture animals. Bye. It's like, oh my
Some
god.
special lightning rat
Yeah, it's,
that beat the shit out of him in the first episode, from
it's
what I
just
remember.
very
piece of
strange
cardboard.
TV show, really, when you think about
Why,
it.
that will certainly be useful.
That sounds so smug. Manga Misty is way too inappropriately drawn. Well, it's manga. The last time I read a manga was when I read, oh god, depressingly, it was like 4 volumes of
What's the little
plus-sized elf.
fun fair thing?
I don't know,
Looks
I'm
like
checking
one
it
of
now.
those fortune teller things in the fun
Purchase
fair.
1 brave face here. Piglet must buy all the brave faces, apparently.
Oh, he uses cookies as money.
Like I have any. Ah!
What's wrong? You don't have enough cookies?
I don't have any cookies, I think. I don't know how I get cookies. Oh!
Cookies!
It's like the Lego games. I didn't know this was a thing.
Is she still meowing?
I don't know.
Oh, we're cruel cat owners.
She's just very clingy.
She is very clingy.
Am I getting to fight this?
Piglet can't fight.
I'd be scared the Nephilim to death or whatever. Gonna pass out and turn into goo.
Hide!
Nope. Run.
Kick
No!
it!
No! You prick. Did I do it in time? I did it in time. Holy shit.
It's kind of
no.
weird that he turns around.
I did it wrong.
And then turns back to do
I did it wrong.
the same thing again.
They take 2 hits. They're spooky. I'm dead.
You're not dead. You just have to leave.
Run. Run. You can make it. You can make it there. They're a bit shit where you can run. There we go.
I don't know if he turns around. Yeah, he sort of turns around and she'll spot him and then turns back around and sticks out his tongue.
Is that you?
Yes, I came to get you. Kanga is very anxious to see you.
But Piglet, I can't go home. I'm locked in. The door's shut behind me and I don't have a key.
What's the lore of
dear.
this? This is all just
How
dreams,
can
so none
we
of this is
open it?
real.
They're all sort of locked in their own brain for some reason.
Would you
a
go
bit
ask
dark.
my mama for
Yeah.
it, Piglet?
Oh, certainly, Roo. I'll be right back.
Talking of voice actors, you see Pamela Hayden, the voice of Millhouse?
Yes, she retired.
No.
Why?
Wait, isn't that sad?
Yes. I don't really have much of a connection to that, I guess.
Yes, you do. We watched loads of
I
The
really like The
Simpsons.
Simpsons, however, not anymore. Like,
Well,
it's
no,
not 2000
well, no one
anymore.
likes it anymore. But it's still sad that, like, she's old now.
I mean, they all should be retiring, really.
Oh, Julie Kevin has destroyed her voice.
Yeah, she sounds like a leech.
She sounds like her vocal cords have been scraped with something.
What was I meant to get there? Some sort of key? From Kanga, maybe?
You should have listened.
You were talking!
So were you.
Uh-huh. It just says rust on the docket. Oh, one day I'll remember to change those.
Oh, Piglet, stop shivering.
I guess I'm spooked and like low health. I need to be cheered up.
Silly baby.
I love him. Oh, fucker! Nope. Oh, well, that's not going to work, is it? Hang on, where is he? Circle. Triangle. Fuck him up. Kill him. Oh my god, there's more? I don't know what the square button is! Run! Oh, he's so fucking spooked! I don't know what the fuck a PlayStation controller looks like. I've never used one. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's gonna have a panic attack.
I feel like that's a daily occurrence for this idiot.
Panic attacks are daily
Oh my
idiots.
god!
1.
Sorry.
2.
I'm sorry. Eat your biscuits.
What did you just say?
Eat
Did
your
you
biscuits.
literally just make fun of panic attacks and then tell a person with anxiety to eat biscuits?
Eat some
Everything
biscuits.
will be
You're making me
alright.
mad.
Okay, I love you.
To overcome your fears, you must believe in yourself.
Shut up, Robin.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
It's
you,
really weird
Christopher
how in the
Robin.
old days in England,
I feel
the little
better
boys would wear
already.
these tiny little shorts.
Yeah.
And then as men, they'd get trousers.
Mhm.
I always found something very weird about it.
I gotta show off those feminine legs while they
No,
still
well,
have
like,
them. I
they'd be
guess.
very small,
I
like
know.
prepubescent.
I
And then
know.
as soon as they got puberty,
You graduate to long trousers.
when you get puberty,
Mhm.
it's like there's something very weird about that.
Mhm.
Like, apparently even in the winter, these little boys would wear these tiny little shorts.
Mhm.
Like, isn't that weird? Shorts are only for the summer. Aren't they?
Woo! Okay. There we go. Now, where the hell are these buttons? What's... Okay, that's the top, and that's... Here?
Look at him,
Nope,
wiggling his
that's
little
wrong.
butt. He was wiggling his little butt.
Well, he's like, well, if I'm not going to be able to get away,
Slut.
do something. Kill him. They need 3? You pricks!
Oh dear.
Kill him! Run!
Oh, Sapo, stop meowing.
Slaughtered by the tongue sticking out.
See,
Little fishes.
I'm sorry, because now I'm doing it, but that was very sexual.
Was it?
He turned around and wiggled his butt.
Well, if you've got it. It's like, if I can't, you know,
Go to Kanga.
if I can't fight him, I may as well win in the twerk off.
She'll go to Kanga. She'll give you a cuddle.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Have
everyone's
you
mum.
finally found Rue, Piglet?
Yes, Kanga, I have. He's in his playroom, but he's locked himself in and can't get out. Do you have the key?
Oh dear. Now I'm sure I've seen that key someplace around the house. Oh, goodness, will you look at this mess? Rue has left his
It looks
cookies
fine.
just everywhere. Piglet, be a dear and gather them up while I look for the
Is
key.
Grey Delisle?
Oh, I'd be happy to.
Dunno.
I like being
Isn't it
helpful.
Delisle?
Delisle, whatever her name is.
She's a very famous voice actor.
She's also in everything. Cookies! Give me! I'm so shivery and cold and fucked.
Just shush for a second. Oh, she's still meowing.
Yeah, she's been meowing the whole time. I
Let
think.
her in.
Then let her in.
You're closer. Go on, let her in.
Nope. You let her in.
in. My belly hurts from the cookies.
Are they going back in if I don't collect them enough? Oh, come on.
If I was contrary
so
to what I just
small.
said, if I was a furry, I'd like Kanga. Well, that's because Kanga's everyone's mum.
Kanga's
Milf, I'd
kind
like
of
to-
MILF-coded.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Let in the cat. Let in the cat. Look what you've
No.
done to me. You've turned my brain.
I feel like she'd let you use her pouch.
Ah, Kane.
I didn't say for what. Pick up the cookie! I have no interest in Kanga's mucus. Or her tail. Is that all of them? That's 15. Oh god, we could be here for a bit.
Hello, little love. Little baby cat. Small and beautiful. Oh, she look at her paw.
Why are you doing this?
You were dancing her too.
He's upside down.
She like cats apparently like them upside down.
Mm-hmm. Yay, baby.
I don't know if all cats like it, but some cats apparently like it. Hold them upside down. Look at your tiny little paw. You're so clingy. You're so clingy. She's an old woman. She's like 13.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
How does... Oh, you're looking for the key so you have to eat all the cookies.
I guess so.
She's going to make you sick.
Yeah, she's a feeder.
Well, yeah, she's a mum. Mums, the stereotype of mums is they always are feeding you.
Mm-hmm.
Like grandmas.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we go to your grandma's house, she tries to feed us more.
Yes. She's like, here, have sweets, have ice cream, have biscuits, have cake.
Oh, look at the little baby.
Is that enough? How many other things do I have to fucking kick in this house?
Grandmas are also mums.
Yes.
Yeah, but like your relationship with your grandma is different to your relationship with your mum. Hello, little baby. Look at her. No, she's behind you.
Oh, hello.
Didn't you know she was
No.
there?
Is that all of them? It is. Thank you. Christ.
Poor Piglet.
Hello. Can I get a hug or something?
What a wonderful job you've done, Piglet. You cleaned up every last cookie. And I've found the key. So
Yippee.
here you are. Hurry now. I'm
kangaroos
sure we
have
will be
ears that
very
big?
happy to see you.
Sorry?
The little
Kangaroos have
dear.
ears that big?
Say it again.
Thank you, Kanga.
Do kangaroos
yes. Kanga
have
has given a
ears
key
that
to
big?
Piglet.
I don't know. Her ears are made out of felt. She's a teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Are you just up here now? You're just sitting up here.
It's noticeably colder in this room now that the door's open.
We can't. It's cruel to lock her out.
So cold.
Well, at least you were saying it wasn't that cold.
Now
Right.
it is.
You were saying you weren't that cold. And you wearing a t-shirt, so you can't be that cold. And you have a nice cloak now. The cloaks are actually very warm.
They are. Emma and I wore the cloaks in public recently, and
to,
they're very
to a
warm.
Halloween thing. And they were way warmer than we were expecting.
I just don't know the buttons. I think I can just press all of the buttons
Why
really
don't you
quickly.
just look up the pause the game and look up the buttons? Okay.
I don't know if it'll help because these aren't the buttons.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You could look up a PlayStation.
Oh, fuck off! You distracted me.
You could look up a PlayStation.
You
2
distracted
you
me
could
now.
look up-
Piglet's dead. I
You
hope
could
you're
look
happy.
up a PlayStation 2 controller.
Okay, are you happy?
But
He's
you could-
he's
but you-
dead.
But you could just pause it and look up.
Okay,
Oh.
but I'd have to have it on the screen over there, and you hate that.
Well, I'll get over it.
No.
I'll get over it.
Bye.
Oh my god, whatever. I'm just trying to help. Taco's still behind your head. Get a bit of paper out. Yeah, look, somebody's linked it to you there.
I'm busy.
But they've linked it to you there.
Maybe this potion will help.
Say thank you to
My
the person.
heels?
Thank you.
Thank you.
English
Kill it.
assassin. Are you an English assassin because you're from England, or do you want to kill the English?
Kill.
Like you're an assassin.
Okay, I
of
think
the
I'm learning. Square is this way. That's circle, that's square. Oh! There's pizza for this work.
I was thinking of getting pizza.
Fine.
What, you want pizza?
Not particularly, but I don't care either way, to be honest.
Alright, then don't get pizza.
Okay.
No one's forcing you. Oh.
Hello, cat. Where was the heel thing? Where's Christopher? There
I
we go.
assassinate
Christopher
the
Robin
English
heel.
language only, no worries. Is English your second language? Oh, careful, you knocked her off.
Okay, I appear to be healthy again. A quick save and we'll go.
Taco doesn't usually do this. Ever since we went to Belfast for a few days in August, ever since we came home, she has been so clingy.
She will not leave us alone.
Even you, because usually it's
Yeah,
me.
normally she's neutral towards me.
She's gone on your lap and stuff. If only I was an English teacher for a very long time. Ah, cool.
How can I kill this one? I have bloodlust now.
I don't think we can go on holiday again. It seems inhumane. Well, she's so desperate for human contact.
I'm genuinely having to concentrate.
Why don't you just look at the link that English is?
Because I'm learning. Then I won't learn. This
Okay,
is what your thing about cheating is.
It's cheating to look at that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, I've killed him now, haven't I?
Well, I think you should look at the link.
No, I'm learning.
Whatever.
I'm exercising the neural pathways in my brain.
Okay. In this children's game.
Your brain is becoming smooth and stagnant with your university learning. I'm doing real work.
I think it's offensive to call brain smooth. That sounds iffy.
Does it?
I don't know, isn't that
I will forever call people smooth brains because it's funny.
I think, isn't that based on something weird?
I don't think so.
Emma, it's a children's game. Don't overestimate it.
Kill Weasel.
You don't watch the stream enough to see a poor player, Dreya.
This is genuinely taking quite a lot of my concentration.
Hello, Taco.
Every time one comes up, I'm saying the direction in my head. I'm going square left.
If you're gonna jump up.
Okay, 3 hits and they're dead. Good. I don't know what this potion is.
Careful of Ken's phone.
And I don't have the cookies for that. 5 cookies. There might be some in the house. I don't like how these things laugh at me.
The weasels.
Yeah. The woozles.
The woozles.
Woozles. It's like how they call elephants heffalumps, apparently.
I think they do, yeah.
Woozles. For 3 years, this stream was Link's Awakening.
Link isn't a children's game, is it?
Some of them are. Most of them are.
Well, it's the kind
Link's
of thing,
Awakening definitely was.
well, it's the kind of thing where they've grown up and now they play. It's the millennial thing.
No, I mean, they go back and forth, I would say, quite a bit. The new one looks like quite a children's game. Twilight Princess was slightly less.
Emma, did you get a haircut? I did. Thank you. I was sick of the hair being all long.
No, fuck off, you fucking weasel prick.
You can't see because I won't hold her up because she'll get upset. But Taco is on my left now. And
She's just sort of sitting and purring.
she seems a bit more contented. Thank you, Dis.
Easy life. Die.
He's not dying, he's just crying.
No, he's dying. Look at him. He turns into goo.
Well,
And then we harvest his goo.
This is just a dream world, so none of these are real deaths.
Pokemon argument. I've been contemplating cutting my hair off for some time. I wish I could pull off a shaved head. Emma can, but she refuses to let me
I
again.
didn't like it.
I shaved Emma's head once, and she looked incredible.
I didn't like it.
You looked so good. I mean, you look good all the time, but you looked especially good. And you refused to go back to it.
I didn't like it. It wasn't for me.
That's fine, but you did look great.
Piglet, did you get the key?
I had too
What?
many biscuits. Hello.
Piglet, did you get the key?
Yes. How the fuck do I use the key? Ah, it's this one. Okay.
What are the other things you have in your inventory?
Some cardboard and some
Correctly
glue.
used,
Oh, that's
glue
cardboard, isn't it? I thought it was enough.
exactly what piglets need to
You
repair
have such
things.
dumb, powerful bitch energy. You do.
Do I?
Yes, definitely.
Oh dear.
Punk rock energy.
Taco.
Yes, exactly.
I need to go to the bathroom.
There you go.
I can't, the cat's on me.
I'm so happy
You
to
can't
see
move when the cat's on
Really?
you. It's cruel.
You're happy to see me?
Oh, yes, Piglet. And I need your help.
Help?
Uh-huh.
I don't
My
like
ball
Groot.
is up in that cloud, and I can't get it. I've got a ladder, but it's missing a rung. Eeyore told me he has a piece of wood.
Oh,
Do
you'll
you
have to
think
go
we
and
could
find
use
the
it to fix the
E-R.
ladder?
I can never say E-R.
Oh, I'm
properly.
sure we
Eeyore.
can.
Just the letters.
Eeyore.
I'll go and
Huh?
ask Eeyore if
the
you
letters,
like
Eeyore.
Groot.
Oh, goody, Piglet. Thank you.
We don't actually have any cat treats. We stopped buying them
She's
because
getting sick.
the meat sticks, whatever they're called, are they just called meat sticks?
I don't know.
Well, they're kind of like they're sticks of meat. You get them for cats. Whenever
Did
she
you ask
eats them,
Eeyore
she
for a piece
immediately
of wood
throws
to
them
fix
up.
the ladder, Piglet?
Yeah.
Like her
Americans.
belly must be just too small.
Mm.
She does so. She just immediately throws
That's
them
a
up.
fucking brave face available when I go back.
And I tried to split one in half and only give her a little bit, and she still just vomited it up.
Yeah. Slim Jims for cats. I don't know what. I think a Slim Jim is like an American pepperami.
I thought Slim Jims were cigarettes.
No, they're like an American pepperami, I think.
You mean a pepperoni?
No, a pepperami.
What's a pepperami?
Where are you even from here?
What's a pepperoni? I don't know what you're talking about. What's a pepperoni?
You know, the fucking horrible little over-expensive pepperoni sticks that you can buy in, like, meal deals in Tesco. What the fuck, Emma? I know.
This doesn't know either.
They're American.
Well, why would I? You just said, am I even from here? I'm not from America.
Yeah, peperamis aren't.
Oh, okay, chill.
Pepperami.
Oh, yeah, I have seen those. I have.
Peperamis.
I thought they were sausages.
Yeah, they are.
You just said they were pepperoni.
Pepperoni is a sausage.
I
It's a
thought
cured sausage.
no, it's pork. I know sausage is pork, but like
Pepperoni is a cured sausage.
yeah, but it's not made like sausages taste gross. Pepperonis are nice.
What?
I like pepperoni and pizza, where sausages aren't very nice at all.
It's just a sausage that you slice.
No, they're nice.
Do
Pepperonis
you
are
see
really.
the sausage?
Oh, pepperonis are nice. They're all sorts of spicy.
Yeah, but it's just a sausage.
All right, fine.
It's just a cured
Okay.
sausage. Slim Jims are definitely a meat stick full of preservatives.
She's
yeah, that's whatever
She's
it's
falling
called.
off my lap.
Pepperami. Wait. He is kind of slipping.
Oh no, Taco.
Resume game. Oh Jesus, what is that?
It's a
Block
teacher
of link.
called Liz who apparently
Wait,
looks
it's
like
too big.
a teacher called Liz who apparently looks like me.
That is something Piglet would say. Yeah, I can see it. Similar kind of hairstyle. You have teacher vibes.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
You have kind of like, again, like hot teacher vibes.
Would you stop?
Sorry.
We're on camera.
I can't change, I've tried.
Stop, or I'm going to say all the things about you that I find attractive.
No.
And you'll be
I'll
very
kill
embarrassed.
myself.
So
I'll
like,
walk into the sea.
so stop doing it to me. Okay? It's your last warning. Oh, Taco.
Oh, an eraser. We needed to pick that up for the rock earlier.
Lax
This is a
heard,
Metroidvania.
Lax heard them do it, Emma. No, he'll be
No.
embarrassed. I'll do it if he does it against me.
I will full heal. I'm learning the mechanics of this game, everybody. It's over for Piglet, big game. Sexualized Dreya. Ooh, that makes me feel sick.
What do you love about Kane? Rob?
No, absolutely ban.
You've been doing it to me?
No, I haven't.
I'm saying what I love about his personality, not what I find
no,
physically
I
attractive.
will end the stream, genuinely.
I think he's very...
I will genuinely press... I'm hovering over the stop streaming button.
All right. I didn't say anything. Why can't I
Absolutely
show you?
kinda
Why can't I show you?
hate that shit.
Why can't you hate love?
No, I hate getting complimented in any sort of way,
I'm your
ironic or not.
girlfriend.
Makes me feel genuinely horrified. I hate it so
I'm
much.
your girlfriend.
Wait till pee break.
I'm your girlfriend.
Piglet
Your
could
girl-
see that
I'm
Blue's
your
ball
girlfriend.
was stuck at the top of the ladder. However, a missing rung prevented him from reaching
What are you
it.
doing, Taco? Why are you hanging off the chair?
We need a missing rung from Eeyore. Eeyore is somewhere.
Eeyore. Saying
Eeyore.
that right now?
Eeyore.
That's what I just said.
Eeyore.
I just said that.
I know, I'm just repeating. Eeyore.
You've annoyed me. Say sorry, you get a compliment.
Sorry.
Next time you get a compliment. See, this is what I'll do. Instead of threatening to tickle you, I'll threaten you with compliments. I love you.
No,
you.
I'll bite you. I'll bite you.
Love you.
I will bite you.
Oh. He'd prefer I yelled at him rather than be nice.
I hate it so much. I could buy a brave face now. So good that we're backtracking, really.
I should go to the bathroom, but I don't want to move.
You're too cozy.
I am quite cozy.
Oh, cozy.
I'm enjoying this game, even though it's made for 5-year-olds.
It's quite fun.
Well, it's very simple.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you, it's like one of those things at the fun fair. You know, one of the fortune telling machines. You put in money.
Yeah,
and
but he
like,
saw
it's
his
a
own
robot.
horrified face. Oh, is that an attack?
He doesn't seem upset. Oh, that you've gotten an attack from that thing.
Yeah. So, like, maybe I can freak the fuck out of some oozles. Maybe that's an upgraded weapon, basically. Loves bickering and being yelled at, hates wholesomeness. Mashing biscuits into a coin slot. What a miscreant. Oh, it's like every bus. Like, you know, the USB and charger ports on buses. Every single one is either full of biscuits or gum.
It is, yeah. I always try and use
It's
it.
why we can't have nice things.
I always try and use it, and they're always broken.
It's fucked. I would say about 40% of them work.
Wait, that's public transport. It's
Yeah, it is.
It's awful.
Cork people haven't seen USB. They don't know what it is. They're like, this must be for gum.
They're like, ooh, fancy.
A little gum port to charge my gum.
I don't get kids. So when I say kids, I mean even teenagers.
Glue
Because it's
is
school,
exactly
even
what
secondary school. There's gum under the desks. It's like you'd think 18-year-olds would know better than to be sticking gum under the desks. It's like grop, like.
I mean, gum in itself is a little gross. Exclamation mark quote, I'm covered in deer cum as well.
Poor dears.
I mean, they might be into it. Okay, more heffalumps. A couple of heffalumps. Ooh. Hang on.
College level lads don't know how to not piss in seats. Yeah, but the secondary school I went to was all girls. And it still had gum. So don't start.
Oh, fuck me.
It still had gum everywhere.
There's 3 of them now? This better be twice as powerful. I better one-shot these fuckers. Nope. Kill them. 2-shot them at least? Okay, 2-shotting I'll accept. But it is more complicated.
I mean, his face is pulling is scarier than just sticking out his tongue and blowing a raspberry.
That's why it took 3 shots before, I guess. I don't know what I just did. Some
Cat's
sort of
just on the
deity.
floor licking her tail.
Go, kill him. We have a couple of rounds. Square. No, don't do that one. That sucks. Okay, it was still enough. Okay, good.
Oh, he shrunk.
I'm assuming these are good to pick off. I have no idea.
I think she's left.
Are you going to go pee?
Oh, go on a minute. I'm comfortable. I don't want to move. I'm nice and warm. Even with the door open. This dressing gown is very warm.
I don't really wear dressing gowns much.
Kane got me this
don't
dressing
like
gown
them.
for Christmas. Ah! Jesus, Taco! Oh! Claws! Claws! Retract your claws! Retract your claws!
A cat has just appeared on Emma's lap.
I don't get it. She jumped off my lap herself. Why is she back? You didn't want me a second.
She's now pressed into Emma's belly.
She really hurt with the claws. I know that's how they climb, but jeekers.
You say jeekers. It's very sweet.
Me and Kat are playing in Bristol this evening.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
And I just missed the chance to do video graph. What is that?
Videography.
Is that like filming it? What's it between that and cinematography?
Digital, basically.
Oh.
You can use both. There's a bee.
It's an elephant bee?
That's weird.
It has the face of an elephant and the
Is this a
body.
boss fight?
It has the face of an elephant and the body of a bee.
This must be a boss fight. I get like a long run up. There we go.
Should I feed Taco biscuits? Don't worry, I'm not going to feed her biscuits. I don't think cats can have chocolate.
Okay, yell at him, scream at his face. Oh, that knocked him back a bit.
He's only a baby.
That knocked him back. That's amazing.
Oh, he's only a baby.
Oh, that was easy! Stupid prick.
Oh, he's only a baby
Amazing.
bee.
I don't know what this potion is doing.
I can point cameras at stuff, but I can't make it look good like a symptom.
Is she purring and wagging her tail?
I can't hear if she's purring.
She's definitely wagging her tail. Eeyore! Yippee!
Well, not really wagging like a dog, just sort of
Oh,
flicking
hello,
her tail.
Piglet.
Well, I think that
I'm
means she's happy.
surprised you noticed me.
Eeyore, would you happen to have a piece of wood? I need it to fix a broken ladder
No
for
jokes.
Roo.
No.
Oh, wouldn't you know? I'm looking for some wood too, so that I
No
can build
jokes.
my
Stop it.
house again.
It's a children's
I did
thing.
notice a stick at the top of these stairs. I suppose you'll have to pull that tab to make the stairs appear.
Do you mind if I keep the stick, Eeyore?
Why not? After all, I've got the whole day to search for more wood.
Oh, thank you, Eeyore.
Me when I'm last in line at the orgy. Is it 50 each time? 70? You absolute pricks!
Well, it's inflation, like.
70 biscuits!
Haven't you heard of inflation? It's everywhere at the moment.
Don't search Piglet Winnie the Pooh inflation on Google Images.
Why? Oh, right.
Oh no, Emma.
What do you mean, oh no, Emma?
Poor Emma.
You behave yourself, you'll get compliments.
Poor sweet Emma.
I'm going to give you compliments.
I'm saying poor sweet Emma, how's that rude?
I'm going to give you compliments.
Inflation only makes it harder to vore them.
Well, like,
Oh, there's probably
obviously,
vore stuff with Winnie the Pooh.
if you're going up higher levels, they'd want more cookies from you.
Mm-hmm. Stairs. Are these going to go back in if I pull them out?
Oh dear, the pull tab had been torn. Piglet would have to repair it in order to pull out the third step.
No,
With some glue? God, I'm good at games. Holy shit.
this is for 5-year-olds.
No, I'm just that good. This was... even a 5-year-old would struggle with this, but I'm nailing it.
That's because you're not 5.
They're better at games.
Who, 5-year-olds?
Yes. They've got more younger muscles. More bones? More bones might help. Children have more bones.
I don't think that helps.
Probably good to have more bones. Brain malleability. There, that's something.
I thought that was
Brain
with...
plasticity. Climb. Kids don't have kneecaps until 6.
Look, she's put her head on the little...
You sure are good
Mhm.
at that, Piglet. Now you can fix the ladder
Eeyore.
for
Eeyore.
Roo.
I always
Eeyore.
call it
Yes,
Eeyore.
and I'll be able to get
It's
his
because you had an
ball,
English
too.
dad who had that insufferable accent.
Well,
He
this
probably
is...
said Eeyore. Because the letter O. Ah.
Well, Winnie the Pooh was written by an English guy.
Yeah, but you know, we'll try and ignore that for the sake of enjoying it.
What, you prefer to be made by Disney?
That's true. Bye, Eeyore.
That's how,
Now
isn't
you
that
can fix
because the
the
copyright
ladder for
expired,
Roo.
but you can't show him in
It's
the red
good
jumper?
news
Yes,
that
because
you
that's
were
Disney.
able to
The red
get
jumper
the
is Disney.
stick.
It's like how Paddington.
Wellington boots.
The Wellington boots were not original.
Wasn't that Jeremy Clarkson's parents?
I was about to say, weird fact, I know. It was Jeremy Clarkson's mum who
He's
invented putting Wellington
For those
boots
who aren't British and
on
Irish,
Paddington.
he's a TV presenter and he's a prick.
Oh, he's back? Jeremy Clarkson
He's
never
this
left, but
prickish
this
TV
guy's back?
presenter. But yeah, his parents apparently put the Wellington boots on the
Yes.
Paddington teddy bear.
So he could stand up.
When we went to London when I was a young teenager, my brother was younger than 10. He got a Paddington fucking teddy bear with the boots. It was quite cute.
Loves hot food to a violent degree. That's true.
Who, Jeremy Clarkson?
Yeah, he famously was one of the things that got him eventually, finally kicked off Top Gear.
Didn't he punch an Irish guy?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He assaulted an Irish producer.
Because he didn't brought him the wrong kind of food.
Well, he went to a hotel they were staying at, and they went, "Oh, the kitchen's closed. There's no hot food. It's just kind of like cold foods. So you could have those." And he got so angry he punched a guy.
Maybe Americans do know Top Gear, because that fella from Friends was on it.
Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, he had posted Top Gear after Clarkson was fired.
Yeah.
But who hosts Top Gear now? It's somebody different.
I don't think Top Gear exists anymore.
Would Jeremy Clark?
They went through something ridiculous, like 15 hosts after the 3 freakish old men left, the right-wingers.
The three old men now just have their own Amazon show.
Yes, they have the Amazon
Which
version.
is the exact same thing,
Yes.
it's just called the Grand Tour.
But after they left, they went through like 15 different
With this piece of wood, Piglet
hosts,
should
none
now
of
be
which
able
were
to
particularly
repair the
liked, and
leather
then
and retrieve
I
Rue's
think.
ball.
Joseph Tagliatelle. No steak dinner, meaty piston face for Oshie.
Joseph... Oh, is that the name of Joey's character from Friends? Is that his full name?
Tribbiani.
Tribbiani.
You've watched Friends recently, you should know this.
It wasn't really, it was just something on in the background.
I mean, it's very bad. I don't know why I remember either. I think I probably remember all the last
I remember
names of those
Phoebe's
characters.
name.
Buffet?
Yeah.
That's grim. It's Tagliatelle. Ignore Dreya. God, this attack is so good. It's like getting the Master Sword.
How
in
long has she
Zelda.
been sitting on my lap now?
I don't know, a few minutes.
Well.
Her eyes are closing.
Oh,
She's going
dear,
right.
what is
Thank
the-
you. I'm sorry. Forgot that there was fights.
They're not really fights now, are they?
Yes, they are.
You're
What
just
are you
blowing
talking
a
about? It's life
raspberry
or
at
death.
an elephant.
I'm screaming at him now. That's not violent. Fuck this one. I've nailed these prompts, by the way. I'm doing so well. But now that I've realised that it's only the top 3 buttons that I have to remember, because it never uses the X one. Rue, you don't have your own house.
He said it was his playroom.
Oh, what a posh little boy. He has his own little
Would
house
you?
just for
It's
playing.
do you know that the guy who wrote these books was rich?
I know, but it's very insufferable. I don't like this kid.
A.A. Mills, is that his name?
A.A. Milne, I think.
Yeah, he was wealthy, like.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Robin, both in real life and in the story, goes to boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
They're posh.
Piglet face pulls
Yes,
needs to
ER
be
for a piece of
redeemed
wood
for
to
hours
fix
you
the ladder,
saw.
Piglet?
Aaron Milk. What was his actual name?
Who?
A.A. Milne. Like, what was that stand for?
I don't know.
Like, what was J.R.R. Tolkien's name?
John Reginald something.
I think it might be Raoul, weirdly.
Hey, Piglet!
No, I think it was Reginald. John
Yeah,
Reginald.
but there's 2 O's.
Thank you,
Oh
thank
no,
you.
J.R. Tolkien. John Reginald.
Oh, it's some sort of fucker.
Ronald. John
Uh,
Reginald.
That's
Ronald.
much goofier.
Was it Reginald?
Who is this freak?
Oh no! My ball!
We're not going to talk about that guy?
He stole your ball. Your football or whatever. That door has a face.
Yeah. That feels very Jim Henson.
None shall pass.
None shall pass.
Please, I need to get through.
Not so fast, small one.
But I have to get the ball back. It belongs to my friend Rue.
So you want the ball? How touching. But you seem to be a little scared. Oh, I've an idea. If you scare me, I'll let you in. But I think you are much too frightened.
Wash a dick.
Frighten the door. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you're not scary enough, little Piglet. Come back when you are far more frightening.
Piglet, I think you're gonna need some very scary faces to get my ball back.
Oh, no.
Maybe you should go to the Brave Face Factory. I think that's where you can use the cookies you got to get some new scary faces.
I have one.
Yeah, Winnie the
is also
Pooh.
English. Yes,
Winnie
very
the Pooh.
English.
The books are English, but everybody knows nor the American Disney cartoons.
I need 3 faces to get in there.
Like, have you ever
God.
read the Winnie the Pooh books?
No.
So you know more of the American Disney cartoons.
Yes.
I remember being read the books when we were very small, like 5 or 6 in primary school, and being really shocked that he didn't wear the red jumper.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, so he's just naked. That's kind of weird.
It's weirder, I think, to just have the crop top and nothing else.
Well, it's
Like-
funny because I never thought of the rabbit as being naked.
But that's the thing, it's like he understands the concept of clothing but chooses to only cover his breasts. Like he's just letting the other thing flap free.
Well, it's like Donald Duck. Why doesn't he have any pants?
Exactly. It makes it weirder when they're only wearing some clothes. It's odd. Piglet is a loser. Like the only one who does anything here.
I have the books, and there's a little bee trail that goes from page to page. Ah, I find it ironic that Piglet is most anxious to do anything. Yeah, he has to do everything. Isn't it ironic?
Oh.
That song had me very confused to the meaning of ironic.
Yeah.
No, it genuinely did.
It's like rain.
So why isn't that
on
ironic?
your wedding
Because
day?
you wouldn't want rain on your wedding day. So
It's
why
a
is
free ride when you've already
Look, you're
paid.
upsetting the cat. But why isn't that
It's a
ironic?
free advice that you just didn't take.
But why isn't that ironic? I don't get it.
Don't you think?
What?
I fucking hate that line.
Yeah, but why isn't it ironic?
Just none of those things are particularly ironic.
But I
They're
thought
annoying.
ironic
They're
was
just
like-
annoying.
I thought ironic was like weird quirks of fate, yes?
Sort of.
So getting a free ride, raining on your wedding day is like a weird... Well, I suppose it's more of a bad luck thing.
None of those things are particularly ironic, exactly.
But why... So what is ironic?
Isn't it ironic that Emma doesn't understand ironic?
Irony is meaning the opposite of what you say. Oh, so it's not like a weird quirk of fate.
Not really.
Well, people always use that when they have a weird quirk of fate. They go like...
I
isn't
blame
it ironic?
Alanis.
Huh?
I blame Alanis. It's like 10,000 spoons when you just need a knife.
Well, a lot of people must be getting it wrong then, because a lot of people don't just use it to mean
I
the
think
opposite.
it's a very frequently confused thing.
Because, you know...
People use it to mean coincidental, basically, or irritating, or...
Yes, people use it to... Like, people do use it like how she uses it.
There's verbal irony and situational irony. There's also dramatic irony, which is completely different as well.
Because usually people use it in the context
Yeah, there we
of-
go, dramatic irony.
Is when the
That one's
audience
easier
knows
to
something
understand.
the characters don't.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably the one I'm most familiar with.
I guess we'll go then. I think that was everything here.
Hence why I assassinate the English language. It makes no sense. Oh yeah, English sucks as a language. It's very confusing. I'm so glad that I
I'm
didn't...
broadly okay at it.
That's because it's your first
I
language.
know, that's why.
Like, if I had to learn English as a second
great, we
language
really
or a
lucked
third
out.
language, it's just... The
We got
free
very
ride when you've
lucky.
already paid is vaguely ironic.
Yeah, a little bit. Sarcasm is derogatory irony. That?
Wait.
Oh, it's just another bee.
Could you turn down the noises a little for me?
Okay.
It's quite
You
loud.
can turn it down for us if you like.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
fuck,
us.
fuck! I'm gonna get killed by a bee! Hang on.
Ah, baby
I
bee.
will lower it down slightly for us.
It's the music that's really loud, not the pig.
They just laugh at me like pricks.
Ah,
They're just like, oh, look at this dweeb.
he's just a little bee.
Like, I think we're down at half health now.
As an ESL? What's an ESL? English language.
as second language.
Oh, right. English, what's your first language? English sucks, yet somehow it's my main language.
Save and back out, I suppose. The English Soccer League.
There was I in my creative writing class at university, my first language was Russian. Ah, cool. A couple of weeks ago, there was some people doing workshopping. We do workshopping every week.
Mhm.
And the 3 people who were doing workshopping were all, not Irish, so English wasn't their first language.
Mhm.
A Spanish girl. I'm going to take this out because I can't hear. A Spanish girl, a French. Can they hear me without it?
Should you like
Can
to
they
see
hear
your
you without
friends
your
from the
earphones?
100 Acre
Shut up
Wood?
forever.
Okay, I love
I
you.
just realised, okay?
I love you more than anything.
You're mean.
And you've got lovely freckles.
I just realised, don't be mean to me.
You've got amazing freckles.
Anyway, so these 3 young women, not girls, young women. I still call 20-year-olds children. But anyway, these 3 young women, they were doing the workshopping and they were all... English wasn't their first language. A Spanish girl, a French girl, and a girl from Croatia. And it was just really weird because the teacher was like saying, how amazing it was and how jealous we all are because none of us can speak any other language but English.
Mhm.
And he was asking the French woman about,
There must
translating
be a way
things
to get
into
through
English.
this
And I think he was just
cotton candy.
confusing her.
Perhaps
It was just really
Owl will
interesting.
know what to do.
Perhaps Owl will know what to do. Okay.
But also, they had a get out of jail free clause because any grammatical mistakes, they could just go, isn't my 1st language? because it is my first language and I make a ton of grammatical mistakes. Though I'm vaguely dyslexic. I say vaguely because I never got an official diagnosis because Irish school systems are sunk.
You're looking for a way to get rid of some cotton candy.
Candy
Let's
floss.
see. The weight multiplied by the mass squared divided by the height of the cotton candy minus the...
The way Piglet's nose is untextured makes it look like it's just been sliced.
Solution. And where better to find water than in a bottle.
A bottle of water.
Yeah, most of the creative writing class has a lot of international students in it. And saying that, because Nico was just saying about Irish, that we can't speak it either.
Yeah.
There's another young woman who's from Georgia, and she was telling me that she's living in Spain and she's an international student from the University of Barcelona. So I was saying, what languages can you speak other than English and Georgian? And she was like, I can speak French, I can speak Catalan, I can speak Spanish, I'm learning Russian, and I'm taking Irish classes here. And she asked me, what languages do you speak? And I said, just English. And she said, well, Irish as well, of course. And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
And she was like, it is very hard.
Oh, she felt so guilty.
I was like, harder than Russian and Catalan?
Can you help me pull down this squirt?
I speak languages almost exclusively now. I have a legal degree, written a bunch of technical papers in English, and to this day I will sometimes use the fact as my second language.
I wonder why that is.
The language of love.
Make me squirt.
Looks at Kane. What, French? French is language of love, right?
I don't know.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, people
Maybe.
say French is the romantic language.
Let's see.
It does sound nice.
It literally is a romantic language. Well, a romance language.
Yay! It's like with that raccoon that tries to wash the
That did
candy
it.
floss and then
And
it gets
now,
sad.
Perhaps we can find a rabbit and some
Can you
honey
speak
for my tummy.
Kazakh, Dis?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Pooh. I'll go find
I somehow
Rabbit
managed to do
and
my
ask him
Irish
if he knows where
Duolingo
some honey
lesson while
is.
6 pints
Piglet,
deep at the work's 10-year
perhaps
anniversary
you should
due
go
the
and
other
find
month.
Rabbit, and I shall return to where I was before I was here. Oh, and
Okay,
also,
Pooh.
Piglet,
I returned to where I was. Very philosophical of you.
I suppose perhaps.
I know. I've seen it. I can't speak Kazakh. I know like 3 words, but they're all food. Well, that's like the first important thing to learn. Well, I guess, you know, when they give you guidebooks, it's like, where is the toilet and what's the names of food. That's kind of all you need, because you're going to be going to restaurants, assumedly, when you're on holiday. Because Kane had this little translator app, and when we went to visit his...
Called Google Translate. Emma! I just love that you sometimes, not all the time, but very occasionally, you talk about technology a bit like my nana.
I like Kane's eyes. I think his eyes are
Get the fuck
very
away from me!
nice.
Fuck you!
Beautiful
Fuck
blue
you!
eyes.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Anyway, so yes, Kane had a translator app on his phone, and we were in Spain visiting his mum and dad because they've done the cliche of retiring to Spain, like all Paddies and Brits do, and apparently Germans and Austrians, because the town was full of them too. And like, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we were in a restaurant, and since we were kind of in a small town, the English, they weren't like fluent in English, and I assume they would be in like Madrid or Barcelona, because they were dealing with a lot more tourists. But again, there was lots of foreigners there. Well, whatever. So, like, you know, Kane had this translator app, and he was like putting stuff like hot chocolate into it to show the Spanish waiter, because I was like stuck in this game.
I was like, give her hot chocolate, please.
It was the same when I was at the airport in Paris, which is massive. I was going to like this kind of coffee place in the airport, and there was some Americans, or maybe they were Canadians, North Americans anyway, ahead of me, and I was like, "What's that?" Because it was all in French, and he was like, "I don't know." So I said to the worker, "Do you speak English?" Oui. I mean, you're working in the airport, so like, I'm like, "Is that hot chocolate?" And he was
With a
like,
look of unmitigated disgust.
"Yes, really, there was."
Well, that's Paris.
And I was like, "Okay, can I have the hot chocolate, please?" Oui, mademoiselle. A couple of people called me madam, which I didn't like.
Isn't that like slightly older?
Well, no, because the French girls explained to me it's not saying that you're old. Just mademoiselle is kind of considered patronising by the younger generation. But I was like, in my head, madam means an old woman. So like, call me mademoiselle. I don't know how patronising it is. Don't call me. Well, it's like, it's the difference between miss and ma'am. You wouldn't, when you call someone ma'am, that means they're an old woman.
I don't know the difference, to be honest. I've never thought about this.
Well, that's because in Ireland we're not as formal as
No,
obviously
I don't-
obviously the French are.
I don't know if I've ever heard anyone call anyone ma'am in my
Americans do.
life. Outside of America.
Brits do too.
I've never
Brits
heard
are
anyone
way
say it.
more formal than us in everyday speech.
I don't know.
Like whenever I watch a British TV show, they call their parents, the kids call their friends' parents Mr. whatever or Mrs. Potter.
Oh, that's fucking freaky and weird.
But like in Harry Potter, all Harry Potter will call the Weasleys as Mr. and Mrs. Weasley.
That's fucking psychopathic.
And when I started getting friends at secondary school,
Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
You said that to mum and dad.
No,
didn't
well,
you?
I said it to my friend. I met her parents, and I said, "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Just
And they went, never fucking do that again, you weird.
I said, "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Smith," or that wasn't their surname, and they were like, "Just call me by my first name, dear."
Absolutely never do that to me again.
And I did it to
That
your
was
mum and
weird.
dad too.
Yes, you called them like Mrs. Kelly or whatever, and she was like, ugh, what the fuck was that?
I've seen it on English TV. I read it in Harry Potter. My dad is English, and my dad was like, "You say Mr. or Mrs." to adults. I am an adult now.
I had a mate that did that. He was a cunt.
Kept mamming my mam. See, I was like painfully polite as a child because like I said, my dad is English and he like is very big on manners. So like I like bumped into this woman this kind of elderly woman in the shop when I was a little kid, like maybe 7 or 6, and the woman turned around and I said, "Sorry, ma'am," and she was delighted. She went, "Oh, Francis, this young one called me ma'am."
Normally they just throw mud in me face.
The English sound so polite. They are. Well, I say formal. They're very formal.
Yeah, they're very formal.
So are the Americans. Like Americans say ma'am and sir. We don't in Ireland. And the French do it as well, which I just thought was weird. Like everything is monsieur and madame. I'm like in Ireland, if you went to a cake shop, they'd say, "Hi, how are you? Here's your cake." In France, it was all like, "Bonjour, madame, here's your cake." It's like it's so formal. And the other day I was on the bus to college and there was a bunch of Americans. And in Ireland, and I guess in America as well, when you get off the bus, it's you just say thank you to the bus driver. It's just what we do. And the Americans, when they got off the bus, every single one of them was like, "Thank you, sir. Have a nice day." No, we don't do that. We don't say thank you, sir. We just say thank you.
I was called sir for the first time when I went to America, like wait staff.
Oh my God, they called you sir.
Wait staff, like waiters and whatever, like diner staff and stuff would be like, "Thank you, sir," and it actually like filled me with some of the most intense revulsion I've ever felt in my life. It had never happened before, and it was horrific. I really hated it. I was like, "This is wrong. You should never ever say this to anybody."
Where I grew up in the northern US, it wasn't required, but in the southern, it's considered pretty standard. Well, these people didn't sound like they had southern accents. The people on the bus, though, not that I'd know what southern accents sound like apart from y'all.
I don't know. Where do we go?
Sir doesn't sound right in my accent. Lad is the most you'll get.
Yeah.
Don't you mean mate?
Yeah.
What do we say as a friendly thing? We don't say mate.
No.
Well, what do we say?
Kid?
That's Cork.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the Dubliners say.
You wouldn't say like kid to like a man in the shop that you're getting a paper off.
No.
I mean, kids
wouldn't
more.
say anything.
Kids more your friends.
Yeah. Your man? Well, that's referring to somebody else, though.
Your man in the shop.
Yeah.
I just bought this paper off your man in the shop. If you need to get a stranger's attention in Ireland politely, what do you say? In America, we do say, "Excuse me, miss, ma'am, sir," etc.
Sorry.
Yes. in Ireland, I know it's really weird. In Ireland, you don't say, "Excuse me."
If you say excuse me, people will go,
People will go, "Posh cunt." Even posh people. You say, "Sorry."
Sorry.
If you mean excuse me, you say, "Sorry." And if you...
Sorry there.
You don't say excuse me, and you certainly don't say pardon. You say sorry, and they'll move.
Sorry, bud.
That's Dublin,
That's so Dublin.
And it's funny because years ago, I had a friend, she was her husband was Czech, they were getting married. No, pardon, no.
No.
not even posh Irish people. They just think you were a twat.
I think, yeah, they'd think you were like pretending to be like they'd think you were insulting them.
Because my dad,
like, what are you doing?
Like my dad was pretty working class. My dad was very working class, but you know, even working class English people, like when my dad first came to Ireland with my mom, he would say "excuse me" or "pardon," and the Irish people would look at him like he was a twat.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "No, you say sorry. You don't say excuse me. You don't say pardon."
Mm-hmm.
And when years ago I had this friend and she was getting married to a Czech guy, so we all went to the Czech Republic. And when we were in the Aldi or the Lidl or whatever, I can never tell those two apart, doing shopping.
Aldi's a bit better.
All the Irish people, if they got someone to move, they'd say sorry. And I was laughing, going, A, you don't know they speak English, and B, if they do speak English, it's probably American English or British English. So they're going to be confused by you saying sorry. They're going to be like, why are you apologising? Did the game crash?
No, I was just pausing it because there was a cutscene and you were in the middle of a conversation.
Oh, sorry. So if you need a specific person in a crowd to get their attention, you would just point and say you there. No,
Yeah.
you'd say sorry, and until they turned around.
Yeah, basically, I guess.
Now, the only time that I found that this wasn't
Pet lad.
this is the only time I found this wasn't the case. This is the case in all the parts of Ireland I've been to.
Northern Ireland.
In Belfast, it wasn't the case. In Belfast,
They said excuse me and stuff.
when we said sorry in Belfast, they just sort of looked at me
'Cause,
like,
you know, they're
what?
a bit weird up there.
I said, sorry, what time's this bus? And the Belfast woman looked at me like, what?
What?
Why are you saying sorry? And I was like, oh.
Where's Mr. Chips?
I was like, excuse me, where's the bus? And she was, oh, the bus is this time. And then as soon as I came back to Dublin and Cork, it was like, I'm going to have to say sorry again. You do not say excuse me.
Mr. Chips? No, I need the bus. Mr. Chips?
I don't wish
What's
like
Mr.
to start
Chips
some
do?
sort of war, but the Belfast people as a whole were very British.
Oh, yeah.
In their general culture.
Yeah.
Even the Catholics.
Yeah.
They had very British mannerisms.
Yeah.
Don't kill me now,
I
please.
know, but yeah.
Leave me alone, don't kill me. I didn't say English, I said British.
I wonder why.
We don't say excuse me.
We say sorry as well. It must be a Northern Ireland thing, Mr. Chips. I think it's because Northern Ireland, the British side at least, and I think the Irish side as well, but they seem
say
to try
Catholic
to...
and Protestant. No, say Unionist and
Yes.
Nationalist.
They seem
Because
to...
some Unionists...
I know.
Some Unionists say they're Irish, but they're British first. Oh, I'm just saying.
They seemed to want to outdo the British at being British. Right? They were like, we're
Careful
so
now, this
British.
is such dodgy political territory.
We're so British that it makes the British look not British. That's the vibe I got from them. It's like, we're going to have bunting with Union Jacks on it on every fucking
God.
street and murals of the Queen and King's face. Like, everywhere. Like, they're so into it. It felt like a little bit, and this is going to be insulting, it felt a little bit like weebs for England.
Well, yeah, I think that the Unionists in Northern Ireland that we came across were like that. But the Nationalists or Republican community, it was like they were trying
They were a little bit bitter, it feels.
No, they were trying to outdo the Irish.
Yes.
Like when we, they were just like, when we said, that we were from the Republic of Ireland, it was all like,
Oh.
didn't help.
Do you think we're any worse?
Didn't help us much now. Didn't help us much now, did you?
There was a little bit of a tone.
You're not from the Republic. Well, I kept saying it because I don't know who I'm talking to, if they're a Unionist or Republican.
Somebody might pull out a knife. It is the North.
I don't want to offend someone and they start yelling at me. All right, Dooku, calm down. It's not me who made the system.
A balaclava slowly grows out of Dooku's skin. Right, rabbit.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
I was just hoping to find some honey.
Everyone's always in search of honey. First, Pooh
Honey.
eats all the honey in my
He's a
cupboard,
whiny
and now
little
you.
brat, isn't he?
Anyway, I'm fresh out.
His voice sounds
Where then
really
do you
familiar
think I
too.
might find some more? If it's not too much trouble, that is.
More honey? Well, there is some next to the beehive. Oh, but it's quite dangerous, Piglet.
I can
The
kill
bees
bees.
won't let you near their honey.
I don't know why
unless
they
you
have
find
elephant
some
faces.
way to get them away from
yeah,
their
that's weird.
beehive.
Elephants, bees, what's the connection there?
They're both kind of cute. Bees are cuter than elephants.
Like birds and bees, because of the birds and the bees. You think it would be a bee with a bird face?
Why is that a phrase, birds and the bees?
Well, because the bee brings a seed and the bird has an egg.
Is that actually what it is?
I think so, yeah, because the bees use their seed to pollinate the flower. Because I've also heard...
Not really.
Yeah, but that's how it's explained to kids. Like, it's like the bee is the man and he has a seed, and the bird or the flower is the woman who has an egg.
No, but that's crossing metaphors. How is the bird related to the flower then?
I don't know, that's just what I heard as a kid.
I thought this was a fake thing that nobody had ever actually told anybody.
Nobody ever... Well, it must be called the birds and bees for some reason.
Like, did you get a birds and bees talk?
My parents had never given me the talk at all.
No, same. I never had like a this is what sex is talk.
Really?
No.
That's terrible. Who told you so?
School and television, I believe.
Learning from television for kids is not good.
I know, but like, I don't know. 5 or 6 you learn in school, right?
And like school. We
5
are
or 6?
we are different generations.
What do you mean?
Well, Ireland was very conservative till relatively recently.
5 or 6, you have like a senior
We-
infants
we
or
didn't.
first class. You have like a basic
We
one,
didn't.
and then
We didn't.
11 or 12 you have a more comprehensive one.
Listen to me. The whole when was this? What year?
Well, let's say I was 6, then it would have been 2002.
I didn't get any sex education until 2005 when I was in secondary school.
Oh my god! But then you get senior infants or first class, you get the very basic.
I didn't.
Where it's like,
Hold
woman,
on,
make
hold
baby.
On, hold on. You went to Protestant schools though.
Yes.
I went to Catholic schools.
Well, I went to a Catholic school and then a Protestant school and then a Catholic school.
I didn't have a choice because that's all our schools are all.
Oh yeah, they're all religious.
They're all Catholics. You have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was sent to a bunch of Catholic girls' schools.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's another thing. I didn't know that schools were still segregated in the modern era.
my parents moved around a lot, so I went to lots of schools. But my first primary school was mixed. But every other primary school and my secondary school, it was only girls.
Mm-hmm.
So I was terrified of the other sex.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we didn't get to talk until secondary school.
No.
And it wasn't a very good talk. It was this very old lady who clearly was trying to desperately hint, but don't do it unless you're married.
Oh god.
And also, abortion is evil.
Oh no.
Well, it was illegal in 2005 also.
In secondary school, you didn't have like SPHE?
Oh, we did have that, but the teacher was an old lady.
Really?
That's where we got the sex talk and that subject.
In SPHE in secondary school, which is I was like 12 or
Also,
whatever.
you love this. Because our school was Catholic and most of the education in Ireland is Catholic, the school book said that homosexuality was a sin.
Oh my god, what? In like 2006?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Every time you describe your schooling, it's like a Victorian nightmare.
Well, it's probably still the same. Like, school...
I did not have this. I had an SPHE teacher, which is
but
sexual personal health
your
education.
secondary school was Protestant, wasn't it?
No, it's Catholic.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't my experience.
SPHE teacher was about 28 and was like,
Nuku was 16.
gays
yeah.
exist. Like, this is fine.
I kissed a girl in secondary school who was somewhat terrified she'd risk pregnancy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and Nuku's not that much older than me, is he?
No.
I guess you're right calling me old. You really are a different generation.
Maybe.
Well, I don't think a lot of young people in Ireland realise just how conservative it was.
Oh, it was very conservative.
No, but
I
like-
feel like even a few years before, apparently, it was much worse.
No, but like condoms weren't allowed till the 90s.
No, that's true.
Divorce wasn't allowed till the 90s.
No, that's true.
Homosexuality was decriminalised in 1993.
Yep. All real bad. 90s, big time for Ireland.
Gay marriage, same-sex marriage wasn't until 2015.
Yeah, 15,
And
16.
abortion was 2018.
Yep.
Like, this was a very, very conservative country. And I don't think you realise it being a little baby.
I had a sex talk in school when I was 9 in England. Yeah, I was like in my primary school. There was like a sexual education talk in like when I was like
Are trans folks
7.
recognised in Ireland?
Maybe now. They did not mention them in
We're
school when
actually
I was there.
okay for trans people overall, I think.
We're all right.
We
We're a
do
little bit better
have
than
gender
Britain, I think.
self-recognition here.
Yes.
You can change your gender without doing the thing in England. We have to go to a bunch of doctors.
We're not amazing.
We're not amazing.
Like
no.
for instance,
But we're better than England.
we don't have any gender clinics or anything like that.
Well, you have to go to England.
You get sent to England, which means that we're linked to the English system, which is shit.
There was one day in secondary school where all the girls got called to assembly and all the boys were left to cause a ruckus in the schoolyard. That was sex education in the 1900s.
Fucking hell.
And, yeah.
In the late 1900s.
Which is the 90s.
SPHE, ours was called PSHE. We're so different but so alike.
I was really glad that it wasn't all girls, because I would have been mortified having the sex talk with boys.
I mean, there was definitely the sort of, she said penis, but like, mainly it was fine, I think. It was just like, you know, this is how eggs are fertilized and stuff
Well,
like that.
it was too late anyway, because we were 13. And my parents never gave me the talk either, which I think parents should give their
Well, I
kids
think
the
that's
talk.
how it was in my school, was like, it was grades, like,
No, but even
6 or
like,
7 you'd get the very basic one, then around 10 or 11
but
you'd
you
get
do
the
think your
slightly
parents
better
should have
one.
done it too, right?
I mean, at that point, I think I mentioned that to my parents at one point, and they were like, we didn't see a need, you were learning it in school anyway, who cares? It's awkward, so we didn't want to.
It's not any more awkward for the teacher.
No, it's not.
I think it's important for parents to do it.
We were graded on PSHE. What? Like, how would you have a taste?
Though I didn't, I'll say this, and I won't go too graphic into it, but I didn't know the actual mechanics of heterosexual intercourse till very late.
Oh no.
Until like 13 or 14.
Oh my god, no, Emma.
Well, I just thought that they were... No, I can't. I'm just embarrassed myself. I didn't know the mechanics, because I only knew like...
Oh, Ireland.
I only knew stuff from like TV. And in TV, they didn't show you the actual mechanics. And like, you know, kids in school would say stuff, but like, you know, you would know what was true and what wasn't true.
We were supposed to have a sex ed lesson on contraception, where we had to put condoms on a dildo screwed to a plank. The teacher went on maternity leave. Now that's irony.
We existed before. Exactly. 5-year-olds today can just look up all the stuff on the internet and watch hardcore pornography. No, they can. It's really easy. But we can't. We didn't have that.
I mean, yeah, that was another thing. I think my parents were like, he has unfettered access to the internet.
Well, no, they
He's fine.
should put parent block on the internet.
They did not.
Piglet was able to reach the honey.
Well, you must think that. You must think that's
easily
irresponsible.
I'm very laissez-faire when it comes to child rearing, I think.
Okay, but you do agree there's some things a 5-year-old shouldn't see.
And so Piglet was
Scary
able to
movies,
reach the
violent things.
Now he could easily fill.
This might be like a real
entire
sticking
honey
point
pot.
for some people. I am extremely laissez-faire about that sort of thing. My parents, I don't think, beyond the age of like 5, did not really give a fuck if I watched like an 18s movie or something like that.
Oh my god.
So
if I had kids, and I'm never going to have kids because I don't want them, but if I had kids, I'd be so strict.
I know, you'd be such a helicopter parent.
Well, no, the thing that I think is bad is that my parents they were very kind of loose with that, and they would let us watch mature things on TV, but they wouldn't put it into any sort of context. Like, you know, and I think that was irresponsible. Like, I'd see, like, sex scenes on TV, and I'd be like, well, what was that? Oh, they were just playing, go to bed. So I was left sort of traumatised, might be too strong a word, but, you know, sort of made uncomfortable and like it was something weird, because they didn't put it into any context. So I think, did your parents put it into context, whatever you were watching?
I don't know, I don't remember.
I guess maybe I was just a more sensitive kid.
Maybe.
I was a very sensitive kid. I was like, Mom, that looked really violent. Why was he on top of that woman?
Oh no.
They were playing. Go away. That didn't look like playing, Mom. Shut up and go to bed. Well, why did you let me watch it if you're not going to answer my questions? Oh, and she caught me watching Sex and the City when I was 12. And she came over and she turned it off.
Why? That's so fucking tame.
Well, was not too wild for my mother.
Oh my god.
I was like, Mom, what was Samantha doing just there? So, you know, she was on the ground by that guy's... Shut up, Emma. Go away.
Oh my god.
Or Teachers. Do you remember that TV show, Teachers?
Not really.
It had
no.
the guy from The Walking Dead in it. There was a joke where a couple was dancing and the man got an erection and she was laughing, the woman, and hiding it. But I didn't understand what was going on. And again, I was 12. And my mum, my mum and dad saw what I was watching and they were like, right, turn that off, go away, you're not watching that.
At 12?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. That's grim.
I think that was fairly normal. Lots of people
12.
Lots of people were like that.
12.
That was what they were like.
Jesus.
It was. You really are a different generation.
Yes, I am, apparently.
And so
well, you
Piglet
are
was able to reach the honey. Now he could easily fill an entire honey pot.
Do I need a honey pot?
I remember I heard
Christ.
the Backstreet Boys use the word ecstasy in a song. I asked my mum what it meant. She got all flustered.
That's not even that sexual a word. It can mean a few things.
Well, Americans in some ways...
It means some drugs.
Some Americans in some parts of America are just as conservative as the Irish.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, their sex education system is not great.
Yeah.
Not all of America, I'm sure, but some parts of America. A lot of Americans I know are equally conservative, sheltered. I mean, some Americans think you shouldn't have sex education in primary school at all.
That's terrifying.
Well, I
to me.
didn't. I just told you I didn't.
I know,
have it.
and that's genuinely a bit frightening.
Like-
that sounds fucked.
Like, you know, I remember my mom being pregnant with my brother when I was 5. And, like, obviously I wasn't expecting her to tell me the full mechanics. But she wouldn't even tell me how he was going to come out.
Oh my god.
It was like, so you know what I thought when I was 5?
What?
And I thought this for a couple of years. I thought that when it was, I didn't know how it got in there. But when it came for it to come out, I thought that what women would do was press their belly button. And that's why it was called a belly button. Because the belly would open and out the baby would come. I was 5 and she didn't tell me. She didn't. When I actually found out the way they come out, I was like, Mom, they don't, do they? And she was like, well, they didn't for me because you two were cesareans.
That means you weren't born of woman, according to Shakespeare.
And to be honest, I know it's so ridiculous, and I apologise to everybody forever. But there's a bit of me that's kind of relieved I didn't come out that way.
Oh, Mo.
My name is Emma.
Oh, Emma.
I'm kind of relieved I came out the stomach instead.
Emma.
I know.
Emma.
I was raised very conservative. That's why I giggle whenever all of you lot mention pig dick. And I'm here in the corner going like, hee.
Oh,
Be
no.
able to replenish my honey supply. And you'll need a honey pot too.
I
won't
do
you?
need a honey pot.
Well, here's the key that
I
unlocks
wouldn't
the
want to
cupboard in
rip
my
my
kitchen.
man's cowl.
You'll find a
That
pot
is
ready to
one
be
of the
filled
worst
with
things
honey.
that has been said in this chat
Oh,
ever.
Nuku, if your mom had a cesarean, believe me, she made me feel guilty about it my whole life.
Yeah, this is a thing that I've never experienced either.
My
Sort of
mom-
pregnancy or birth guilt.
My mom was like, you wouldn't come out. I was a neighbour for days and
This
finally they
key
cut you
could
out.
be
They
just
gave
what
me
Piglet
stitches. I couldn't
needed
pee
to
on my own.
open
I
the
couldn't
locked
stand for a
cupboard
week.
at
Yeah, she
Rabbit's
made me
house.
feel so guilty forever. It doesn't sound very nice,
Is
cesarean.
this locked cupboard?
That's why your mom chose the cesarean. No, because maybe it's different in America, but lots of hospitals are very funny about cesareans.
Yeah, despite no evidence to the contrary, they are very weird about offering them.
They
They don't offer them most of the time.
I don't know why. Maybe something is abnormal about my mom's privates. She wasn't able to give birth the normal way. So both her pregnancies, me and my brother, we were both cesareans. And the doctor said to her, don't get pregnant a third time because you can't give birth the natural way and you shouldn't have more than 2 cesareans.
Which apparently is nonsense.
But there's this belief that cesareans are bad. So yeah, she was in labour with, and they left it as long as they could. They really didn't want to give her a cesarean. With me, she was in labour for like 5 days before they finally gave a cesarean, and with my brother it was like 3 days.
Oh.
My friend was like that. Remember my friend? She was in labour for a couple of days because they didn't want to, you know, give her a cesarean, and in the end they just had to. No, wait, they didn't. It was born naturally, but they were about to give her a cesarean.
You have to kill this fucker.
There's some women who believe you're not a real woman if you don't give birth vaginally.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's like ultra turfs.
Well, it's like you just said about the Shakespeare thing, not a woman born.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because you obviously get anesthetic. Am I saying that right? Anesthetic? Or is
Yes, anesthetic.
anesthetic. My mom was heavily dosed but conscious, awake when I was born, when I was taken out of her stomach. And she said even with the painkillers it felt so weird that the next time when she had my brother,
Rummage around in there.
I don't know, I guess so. She said next time when she
Oh,
had,
fuck off!
she said next time when she had my brother, she told the doctors to knock her out. So when my brother was taken out, she was completely unconscious.
That's the way to do it.
But no, the thing was, you're supposed to do skin to skin.
I don't know if that's pseudoscience either.
But whatever. My mom was unconscious and my dad wasn't there. He was at home. He was at home looking after me. So my poor brother didn't get skin to skin. He came into...
Didn't even go to the hospital. You
No.
couldn't even get a babysitter.
Yeah, he just stayed at home with me.
That's so fucked up.
You see, you do agree. So my poor brother was born and was given to doctors and nurses who obviously would be, you know, but they didn't love him. And he didn't get skin to skin. And I've always wondered if that explains something. Because, you know, I was given to my parents straight away. And I'm so, like, chilled and stable. Well, maybe not my mother. The way she made it sound was that she was like, take it away.
I think that's what most of them are like.
Oh, wonderful.
You know,
a honey
whims.
pot.
One more baby story, then I'll shut the fuck up. When my friend was giving birth, like I said, she was in
Now all I
labour
need to
for a
do
couple
is
of
fill it
days.
with honey.
So I was at the hospital every day waiting. And the maternity ward was weird because you kind of think it's going to be this happy place because, you know, well, you know, it's one part of the hospital where death is very rare. But like, it wasn't a happy place. It was just a bunch of really heavily pregnant women going about looking stressed, and a bunch of men looking scared watching the TV. And I remember like passing one of the rooms on my way to the bathroom, and one of the women had given birth, and I was like, oh, I saw her the other day, it's nice, she's finally given birth. And her partner, he was holding the baby, smiling at it, and she was like this. She didn't look like she was asleep, she looked like she was unconscious. Like her hair was messed, she was whiter than white. I was like, Jesus, I never wanted to have kids, but this is really like hammering it home that I don't want to have kids. A bunch of either terrified women or exhausted, ripped open women, happy place. Well, see, Nuku, that's the propaganda. Like, they tell you when you're pregnant, you're glowing. And they say when you give birth, the bond...
I have never thought that. I've always thought pregnant women look...
He could easily fill an
fucked,
entire...
basically.
And also, what else do they tell you? You don't know love till you've had a child. And the minute you hold your baby in... This has been said to me because I'm a girl. I'm assuming this was never said to you.
No.
The minute you hold the baby in your arms, you'll feel this instant maternal bond, and it'll be so strong.
God, there's no wonder.
I think so, because there's a lot of pressure on this, on the idea of this instant bond. Where, like, I've not known many new mothers, but the ones I have are really messed. You know, even if they don't have postpartum depression, they're exhausted, they're in pain, they really don't have a space in their head for like a bond. It's just literally keep this thing alive.
We get a lot of propaganda. I've seen some glowing pregnant women.
I'm not saying that they can't be. I
don't think I have.
No, but like, you know what I mean. It's like,
unless they're radioactive,
you're not allowed to talk about the negative side of pregnancy.
No.
Like, I didn't know for years how much, apparently sometimes you can actually break your ribs when you give birth.
Yeah.
No one tells you that. That people make the pro-life industry is so massive. Wouldn't you say? It is, isn't it? I think it is.
I fundamentally don't understand what glowing means when it comes to people. Neither do I, really, I think.
I think they just sort of... What they really mean is, you're a woman and you've done what you're here for.
Yeah.
You're breeding, because that's your job as a woman.
Sweaty and relieved. Maybe it does mean sweaty. Like, you look like you're, glistening.
I've met pregnant women who are clearly very happy because this is actually what they wanted. Which I don't understand at all.
Yeah.
No offense to people who have kids.
It's a bit body horror.
It's not just that, because I'm guessing no one has ever talked to you much about this. It really shows the gender differences in how you're raised.
By any chance, did you?
Oh no.
My tumbling is rather rumbly.
Have some honeys.
But my friends would say to me, or my aunt, when I would say, I've been saying since I was like 5, I don't want to have kids. And my aunts would always say, you'll change your mind when you're older. And my friends would always say, if you don't want to give birth, then why don't you just adopt? And I was like, no, I don't want kids. I don't want to. It's not about not wanting to give birth. I don't want to be a mother. I don't want to raise.
What about the guinea pigs?
I don't want to raise a child. And then other people will say, and I really hate this one, they'll say like, oh, so you hate children. He hates children.
Yeah, I do hate them.
I love children. I just don't want to raise one.
To bring some
But I don't hate
to
them.
his dear friend Pooh.
I find women get judged more if they say they hate children as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah. They look at you like you're a monster.
Where it's sort of acceptable for me to say.
Yeah, of course it is. No one cares if you say it. If I said that, I think I was a monster. But also the thing is, I don't hate kids. I love kids.
I was a teacher and people gave me the same spiel. I'm like, I've mothered many already, trust me.
I want to be an aunt. I'm happy to spend time with children, but I do not want to raise one. And like, you're kidding yourselves. Like, you call us childless, birthers, breeders. No, but like, you're kidding yourselves, because childhood is so... Okay, I'm going on a mean rant.
And so
but I just get sick of it. All these people telling you that, like, especially now that I'm in my 30s, it's getting even worse. Because, there's this idea that my biological clock is ticking. Even though it's weird, loads of people are having kids a lot later in life now. Like when I was little, it was kind of, we were told in school 30s when you should have kids. And nowadays it's like a lot of women are having kids 37, 38, 39.
For Piglet to become the hero of...
Where to go next? Back into Pooh? Because these are the only two places we can go so far.
As little Roo
maybe you have to open something. Men get told their biological clock is ticking?
No, it says do men.
Oh, right, yeah.
And no, because it
they-
doesn't really.
Yeah, because you can keep on getting women pregnant. I mean, look at Al Pacino.
And Robert De Niro.
Yeah, they've both had kids in, their 80s? But, with women, there is a finite amount of time because of the menopause.
Your little eggs dry up or whatever.
Oh.
Or you just run out.
Oh, thanks.
What? I guess you just run out, do you?
I don't know.
'Cause how many eggs do you have? It's like a few 100,000, I think. But I don't know how many get released at once.
I don't like to think about it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Little Legos. Little eggs? Oh! You can lay little eggs!
Stop it.
Okay. Oh my god, there's so many now. It's better one-shot this fucker. Thank you.
And, that's another thing, too. The menopause is also seen as a bad thing.
Even though that seems like it would rock.
Well, there's a lot of bad side effects.
I know, but you can get HRT and get through a lot of that, right?
Well, a lot of women don't do HRT for whatever reason. Like, my mom was going through the menopause and she wouldn't do HRT.
Why?
I don't know.
It's like it basically stops everything bad, right?
There's this weird sort of taboo. A lot of women think, oh, I shouldn't put unnatural things in my body.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here, hand me that Panadol.
I know. I don't know why people are so weird about it. The amount of men and women who are quite rude about menopause is shocking. Yeah, I mean, people...
Why? It seems like it would rock.
Well, because in our society, a woman is meant to have children. So if she can't have children, she is no longer a woman. She's like this freak
The
other
stereotype as well is that men are meant to be like players who don't want kids. So why would menopause be bad?
Well, yeah, they say that, but most men are encouraged to get married with children.
That's true.
Like, most men are encouraged. Like, I think the idea is it's okay to be a player when you're in your 20s. Women can't, obviously. Men can be players, and then when you're 30, it's like, now settle down, Johnny, give me a grandkid. Sorry, I've been ranting about this, but this kind of stuff really pisses me off.
Yes. Pick up biscuits, please. Oh, I hate how they spray out and don't latch onto you. It's so irritating.
Women's sexual peaks are at 30 and 65.
Yeah.
Good for them. Go on, girls. That's why the Golden Girls are so good.
MILF, GILF, the two phases of a woman's life.
That's why the Golden Girls are so good.
Yeah, because they're horny as fuck.
Well, it was funny because that was in one of the episodes. Blanche got the menopause.
Your pie-filled man.
Blanche in the Golden Girls got the menopause, and she was really upset. And she didn't even want to have any more kids. They kind of implied she didn't want to have kids in the first place.
Yeah, she was not particularly pleased with it.
But she felt like she wasn't a woman anymore.
I love the Golden Girls.
I liked the Golden Girls a lot too.
So good.
It was so good. I fucking loved them.
Who's your favourite Golden Girl?
The chat is broken, is it?
Yeah.
Because there's more there.
Oh, it's just it'll refresh at some point. Just read it on there.
Who's my favourite Golden Girl? Dorothy.
Rose. Rose, best Golden Girl. Oh God! I wasn't looking at the screen. Thought it would be dead, to be honest.
Got the menopause
Don't laugh
like
at
it's
me.
scurvy. Well, that's the language people use. That's what my mum said to me. She was like, Emma, I've got the menopause.
God.
She was like, we won't be able to share sanitary pads anymore. Like, obviously, not sharing them when they're dirty. Sharing the packets. Sharing the packets. Oh, fuck off.
Now you can fix
Because
the
your mum was
ladder
the
for
same. I
Rue.
noticed when she was going through the menopause. Because I could no longer steal sanitary pads. They was no longer there. Well, you have to steal.
Okay, I need 80 for this, and then I can get through the
You
door.
have to steal sanitary pads because sometimes it just comes without you realising. Or sometimes you think you're finished and then it just gushes.
Oh.
We were just talking about letting women not be ashamed.
Sorry.
Embrace the blood.
I need fucking 25 more of these fucking things. Where are they?
It is good now that in Ireland they're starting to have free sanitary stuff in the bathroom. That's good.
Yeah, that's cool. Took a while.
Because loads of times you always feel bad when a girl comes up to you and says, do you have any sanitary pads? And you're like, no, I'm sorry.
No.
And she's like,
I'll just bleed then. It's just a bit of blood. The inside of your mouth is probably dirtier.
exactly. Get over it.
I'm not a huge fan of blood. I don't really mind blood, but I'm not a huge fan.
Like, yeah, periods are not a pleasant experience, but you can't say anything about it. Only those who have them can talk about it.
The bewound.
Oh, like.
gonna have to kill
I
this
don't think
fucker.
of my gender identity. I don't think of my gender identity as being tied to a womb.
Not tough.
Okay, J.K.
I
Rowling.
know. Oh, fucking hell! I'm gonna quick load because I'm sick of this fucking game. This specific mini game. I like the game.
Oh, I like this cute little bee. I love her.
There, come on. Just about. There, should be good. Oh, I need a heal.
Oh, poor Piglet.
I need to kill this fucker as well.
We don't need to heal. You don't. It's not really. You just get sad.
No, I think I'm on half health right now.
Yeah,
like,
because
I think one more thing and I'll die. I think it will kill me and send me back.
Oh God. I said this before on stream. When I worked at a clothing shop, a girl was getting dressed and she sent her boyfriend away, and she told me she needs me to throw her pad away because she didn't want her boyfriend to know that she was on her period.
What?
And she gave me her used pad. I did not earn enough to do that, but I got you, girl. Don't you? What are you going for?
Every part of that is grim.
No, every time I'm on my period, he goes, "Ew, don't mention it. That's gross."
No, I don't.
No, it's all coming out. It's all coming out now.
Slender.
He does. I can't even mention it. He goes all, "Ew, you're exactly the same."
I've bought you pads and stuff. And I send you. I have on my phone to prove that I am an ally of the woman. I have a folder on my phone labeled period memes.
Period.
And every time Emma is on her period or has belly cramps because of it, I go into my period memes folder on my phone and send her a random image.
Yeah, which is really fucking annoying. Like, if you said something like, every time, put that down. If you said something, it's really annoying when you send me these period memes.
No, they're wholesome.
If you said, what you should have said is that every time I know you're on your period, I have a little box of chocolate.
I do get you chocolate.
I haven't noticed you getting me chocolate.
Yes, I do. I stock like little things of chocolate for you if I notice. Like one of them is the period lobster. Like if she goes like, "Oh, I'm getting cramps today," I'll send her the period lobster and a heart.
He sends me that every single month, and I'm like, I'm like, stop showing me that. Go and get me some chocolate.
But the period lobster, he has pads and tampons.
Yes. Oh, she's back.
The menstruation crustacean.
You
There
are
we go.
so clingy today, little one.
It's great. I love it. I have an animation of a tampon leaving a woman's vagina and then
gross.
beheading a leopard. I don't know where I got that one,
Stop
but
showing
that's pretty
this.
great.
Stop showing this to people.
That's one of my all-time favorites.
Stop it.
It's just, if they want any ideas for the menstruators in their life. That's pretty good. If Dreya were a true ally, the lobster would be on a display behind them. Did you show Emma the IUD monster I showed you? Maybe? I don't really remember. That sounds incredible. The period memes are really for you, aren't they?
Yes, they are. It's like, Kane, I want 3 things from you right now. Cuddles, chocolate, and paracetamol. Because a lot of people put a hot water bottle on their stomach. I never found that helpful.
You sometimes have a cat on your belly.
Yeah, but I don't find it actually makes it feel better when I have cramps. I like hot water bottles on my feet, but on my belly I find it very my stomach. I find it very kind of uncomfortable.
I don't really like hot water bottles.
I like them on my feet.
Guinea pigs. That might work. Did I level up or something? Oh, did I get everything on this
It is very funny.
area, I think?
It is very funny when our guinea pigs, they're both female, when they're on their periods, that's funny. Because thankfully they don't bleed, because, we'd have to clean
But they
up
get
blood.
very cranky.
They get very
irritable
hormonal and very cranky.
Headbutt things.
It's very cute. Oh, they do have some stuff that comes from their genitals. They get this kind of mucus. Stop shaming.
Birds in it.
They get some mucus from their genitals, but they don't bleed. And they're very
bloody birds.
And they're very cranky, and they're like they argue with each other, and and they just sort of lie on their back with their back and their belly sort of squished in and won't move for hours. I sent you the kid monster,
the IUD monster on Discord and WhatsApp.
I'll have a look later.
I'm not sure if bleeding or mucus is
Well,
worse.
with humans, sometimes you get both.
Ugh. Sorry. I'll get you chocolate.
I'm not on my period. I'm not on my period.
I know, just in general. I got you crisps. Does that count?
Hmm.
I bought you some crisps earlier. The best thing about women is they bleed. The only bit of justice in the world. I'm so sorry.
Isn't that like a song by John
no
Lennon
idea.
or something?
There's a song that I can't say the title of. That
Isn't
sounds
there a
similar.
John Lennon song? Only women bleed.
I have no idea. There's a song that I am not allowed to say.
But
And John Lennon shouldn't have been allowed to say.
But there was a song by some guy, and it was like "Only Women Bleed," as in, you know, talking about periods.
That reeks of like an "I'm with her" election
Yeah,
t-shirt.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Because obviously men bleed.
Mhm.
Just they don't bleed every month.
I don't know. I probably like accidentally cut myself while cooking once a month.
Be quiet.
I love you more than anything.
I love you too.
I have a little cut on my finger there, like a little scar.
And don't you...
I was cutting onions.
Don't you blood and mucus. Obviously, it's gross, but you can't do it. Only us can do it.
Mhm.
People who have periods. You can't do it. Not you.
Mm-hmm. If Dreya were a true ally, they'd wear a little neck vial with period blood. Oh!
Isn't it the case, though, that you don't bleed enough to even fill a cup on your period?
I don't think so.
Like a lot of men think it's like this river.
There we go.
But you don't actually bleed enough to even fill a cup.
Mhm.
It's actually not that much blood. Men bleed when they make period jokes and we bash the shit out of them.
See, my period memes, I exclusively have wholesome ones in there.
Uh-huh.
Like the period lobster. It's like, I would never make fun of the period. It's always like, you know, this lobster will give you supplies if you need them. Or you can kill a cheetah, or whatever it was. Which I feel is wholesome enough. I get it, pick up the fucking biscuit. Christ, you're shit at this.
No, even we call them cookies.
There we go.
It's a cookie if it's chocolate.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, heal me.
Can
you
you
please
s-
send me the cheetah one? I will. You're just like a helpful, eager shopkeeper. I really would like to see a tampon beheaded cheetah. I don't know why that was made, but I'm glad it was.
If men bled every month, they'd find a cure for it.
Maybe.
They would.
I don't know.
Like childbirth. If men were the ones giving birth, it'd be so different.
I mean, they still don't have a cure for baldness. Well, they sort of do.
Are you comparing baldness to childbirth and period pain?
Yeah. Give me the brave face that I can go open that door for that puffed up kangaroo.
Men don't suffer at all. Like male puberty, I'm sorry now, seems
fine. It's probably
seems
fine.
really easy. Yeah.
I didn't even have voice breaking when I went through puberty.
No, I stand by it, Nuku. I stand by it.
Oh, wow.
You just get a bit hairy, a bit tall, and your voice breaks.
Like, I didn't, like, my brother had a lot of voice breaking and squeaks and stuff, and I was like, oh.
You were mean to me last
No, I
time.
wasn't. I didn't laugh. I was like, oh, that sucks.
Sometimes he sounded like Mickey Mouse, and other times he sounded like Barry White.
Yes.
But you said
Because
you
my
didn't.
brother's got quite a deep voice
You
now.
didn't have that? Yeah, your
No,
brother does have quite a deep
But
voice.
no, I never had that. Mine just very gradually, smoothly, slightly deepened. My voice isn't particularly deep anyway.
My brother was the same, and which was a shame because I was looking forward to teasing him. But he didn't really do that either.
No, I had no voice breaks. I knew people who did, but I was like, oh. Truly the genetic lottery.
You can hear it sometimes, like if you watch things like Harry Potter, any series where the kid gets older. Daniel Radcliffe's voice is all over the place in some of the movies, and it's like, ooh, weird. And
Have you ever tried to work out with a guy that gets so strong so much faster?
what about there's a type of song you can only do as a boy before puberty.
Oh, what, like some choral stuff, like with the castrati?
No, I wasn't talking about literally cutting things off. No, I was talking about, that famous song, Walking on the Air.
Yeah.
That apparently you can't sing that as a male after puberty.
It'd be very unusual. It would be very rare that you could go that high, I think.
Well, some men can go that high. No, it's higher
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
much higher than that. That's about as high as I can go.
And it's like in cartoons, little boys are always voiced by women.
Yes.
Like, apparently lots of people were surprised that Bart is not a boy. That the actress is a woman. But, like, yeah, that's because men can't sound like little boys. That That's a sexy thing about men. Their their deep voices.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Deep
My voice
voice.
isn't particularly deep.
Huh?
My voice isn't particularly deep.
Who says I was talking about you?
I think mine is right in the middle.
It's deeper than mine.
Yeah, but you're very squeaky.
Yes, I am.
I love your squeaks.
I like deep voices of women are hot too. What's that woman who was a very famous woman who's very deep voice?
I have no idea.
Oh, wow, what's her name?
I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna.
Angelica Houston has quite a deep voice.
I think I was thinking of her. Now.
Okay.
She has a very.
I was just
deep
thinking,
voice.
hot woman, deep voice. Angelica Houston.
Tilda Swinton does
yeah,
too.
she's got kind of a deep voice. Emma Thompson does as well a little bit. Karis Matthews. Mulder and Scully.
I kind of liked the deep voice on a woman. You know, like when I was small, I was thinking.
Don't mock me.
I was thinking when I was a little kid. I said to my mom, I got a really deep voice. How can I get that? And she was like, smoke.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, like Patty and
gravelly.
Patty and Selma. And I was like, I tried.
Oh, Miley Cyrus has gone very deep, yes.
I tried to smoke in secondary school, and I don't think I was doing it right.
No, I mean, you have trouble with inhalers.
Also, yeah, I have lung problems, so I wasn't addicted to it, which is good.
Mm-hmm. I've never even tried one. I'm good. Right, I think I can open this door
What's
now.
the point of being a teenager if you don't have a smoke around behind the bike sheds?
I just don't. I never saw the appeal. Right, scare the
The
fucker.
appeal is adults tell you not to do it. That's the appeal.
Oh, God, that's so many. Yay, he's brave. Have you heard Dom Monaghan's voice now? It's absolutely insane. I haven't. I know he was a podcast.
Is that the guy from Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Piglet?
Mary?
I think so.
Which one's Pippin is Billy Boyd?
Yes. Who sounds like little boy.
He doesn't sound like a little boy.
He's got a little pixie voice. He looks like a little pixie boy.
Men's voices do seem to get deeper as they get older.
Yes.
Like Tom Waits sounds really different than how he used to sound.
A lot of that is and smoking.
Well, Antonio Banderas.
Yes.
Like when he did
Very
Puss in
gravelly
Boots 20 years ago in 2004, he sounds completely different to when he did the
He
most recent
sounds
movie.
significantly cooler now.
He sounds way gravelier and deeper.
He sounds so much cooler. What the fuck am I doing, by the way? This is a boss fight.
And I don't think Antonio Banderas is a big smoker or a big drinker. His voice just seems to have gotten deeper with age.
Okay, square, circle, square, triangle.
Do women's voices get deeper with age?
I don't know. That work? Oh, Christ!
Tom Waits stopped smoking and drinking in the 70s, apparently. He just has a really deep voice. A gravelly voice or whatever.
Okay, I need to actually time it so that he's uncloaked. There we go, fuck you. And then... Get him. I might have left it too late. Christ! There we go. Maybe it's 3. Yes! Thank Christ!
You know, all this talk about like deep voices and stuff, it's making me think of Game of Thrones. Because you know, the Unsullied are an army of eunuchs. And it's like, I remember people saying stuff like, their voices are too deep and they have too much muscles because it's cut off when they're children, they don't go through puberty.
Oh yeah, if there was children, then yeah, they should sound a bit like...
And they shouldn't have any muscles. And
Yeah.
realistically, they wouldn't be a great fighting force. And I was like, okay, yeah, what do you want them to do? Like, you can't, force all the actors, to, like, that would be a very hard thing to convincingly portray.
Get him, Wolf Jim Carrey.
Yeah, you've read Game of Thrones. They take them as boys and do it before puberty.
Uncloak, you fucker. This is a proper boss fight, by the way. Is that... Oh no, he's dead. Good.
I loved Grey Worm. He was one of my favourites.
Yeah, I like Grey Worm. I haven't read Game of Thrones in a while.
He was very different in the books. He was like actually a child in the books. Where in when the TV show, he's a man who's having a...
Oh yeah, he's like a hot guy.
He's having like,
he
was having like a relationship with a woman.
Yeah, they made him into a hot guy.
And she's all like, well, how are we going to do this? And Daenerys like, he still has a tongue, doesn't he, girl?
This. Get him. I have flies in my house with more personality than most of the Unsullied.
Well, most of them were really given personalities, yeah.
Okay, one more hit. I've gotten good at this. Sort of. Unfurl. Fuck you.
I just thought the idea was kind of cool. The idea of being emasculated, but also that they were this great fighting force, even though it's apparently not actually very realistic. Because they wouldn't have developed muscles or anything like that.
What's Unsullied, precious? It's the Game of Thrones eunuch mercenary army force thing.
Slaves.
Yeah, slave army.
Until they're bought by the main character, who then frees them all. But then conveniently they choose to stick with her.
Yeah.
It's like she technically still owns them.
His ball is back!
At last, he felt a little more prepared to face his fears.
Yay! Nerd stuff. Yep, nerd shit. Don't have to know about it.
My ball! Oh, thank you, Piglet.
I got my
I got my ball back thanks to you.
Oh, you're so goodness them. It was that place, Astroport? Yeah, that's where she bought them. I mean, she did
As
buy
Rabbit
them.
continued counting his carrots, and Tigger painted everything orange, Owl had fallen asleep, and Eeyore drooped into a rather gloomy...
Okay, we have more levels open to us. Good stuff.
HBO were like, so, because in the books, it's made very clear that the slaves are all different skin tones and all different ethnicities.
Yeah.
And it's like the TV show just cast black people.
Yeah.
It's like, come on!
I know.
Cast some white ones, or some, I don't know, people who look Indian or Chinese. You've just cast black people.
Yeah,
it's like the book.
not a great look.
It's the books made it very clear that the slaves are not all black in the Game of Thrones world. It's like HBO. Would you come on, like, why have you done this?
That's not a great look, but many of the things in that show weren't.
No, that show was very iffy looking back.
Yeah. But it's
I
not
know! Stop that forever! No! Black people are normal looking.
Love it. What cinematics do we have? Is this just all the cutscenes in the game? They should probably end soon. You said you wanted to go nap and make food and stuff. It's been like 3 and a bit hours.
A little bit longer.
We can play a little bit longer.
We'll play till 5 o'clock.
If you want to.
It's like 4:15, isn't it?
Well, I should edit and stuff as well, so maybe.
Should you like to see
No.
your friends from the
Well, I need to edit.
Don't care.
I do.
Just do what you want.
Another 15 minutes.
And so Piglet
No.
proved himself the truth.
Okay, so we've done
We're
that.
talking
We've
about
done
eunuchs in Game of Thrones.
that. Christ, no. So we can go into
Owl fell
Owl's
asleep,
mind
Piglet became...
or Eeyore's
Once
mind.
Eeyore
I wonder
fell
what
asleep-
But I was
Eeyore's
just
mind.
going to say about eunuchs
Mhm.
is that in history there wasn't eunuch armies, but there was
There's a
lots
lot of advisors.
Yes, like the Chinese.
China had a lot of eunuchs.
And the funny thing about that was
Until recently enough.
the funny thing about the eunuchs at the Chinese court was that obviously like the male emperors and stuff were like, you know, it's kind of like, it's basically the Varys thing in Game of Thrones. We're like, this person is...
This might be
Make this gray day seem a little brighter.
Thought Eeyore, falling asleep, and that's exactly what he dreamt about.
Piglet! Hey, Piglet!
Oh, hello, Roo. Do you know what's happening here?
No, I'm not sure, but this place is a little scary. Everything's kind of dark.
Eeyore sure seems to be sad, even for Eeyore.
Right! Maybe that's why his dream is so dark. Do you think you could cheer him up, Piglet? You gotta be careful, though. There are woozles all around.
Of course there are.
But so at the Chinese court in history, when there was eunuchs and they were advisors to the male emperors or kings or whatever the word is in Chinese culture, well, a lot of life decisions may have changed when I was pure as Chinese. Like, no, these were like slaves, kind of.
Kind of.
They were forced to be
Yeah.
eunuchs, and
Rusty
the
Old Gate
emperors
was
were
not-
like, "Oh, he's
All
not a
Piglet had
man.
to do
I
was
you know,
find
and
the key,
that was the language
which
they
would
used, so I don't have to like worry about them being a threat." But the hilarious thing was that they were a threat, and that's what Varys is based on in Game of Thrones, where they were a threat and they were like obviously very politically powerful, influential, and they were having, because you know, again they have tongues, they were having sexual relationships with the king's wife, and probably pleasing her more than the king did.
I think... Isn't it something ridiculous? Like the last Chinese court eunuch died in like the 90s.
You'd have to Google that. I don't know.
I genuinely... I hang on. Like, it was something ridiculous like that.
I don't know.
And there was like a thing that they wouldn't give him is because they have them in a pouch.
They have their testicles.
Yeah, in
in
a pouch, but they wouldn't give him back or something. It's only like 30-ish years ago. I know.
They wouldn't give him back his testicles. That's
Or
not
like
very.
he was in like a legal battle about it.
That's not very nice.
Last Chinese court
Eunuch.
I'm sure it was something like that. San Yao-ting died in 1996.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the year I was born. The last surviving
Well,
imperial
he was
eunuch.
94 when he died.
Yes, but like it was. This is fairly recent.
We're talking about
The Chinese court eunuchs.
in China at the court. They would have these servants, and because they'd have to be eunuchs. And if you don't know what a eunuch is, Google it, because I probably shouldn't say out loud.
Born into poverty, his family home was burned and fields stolen by a landlord in their village. His family hoped that by making San Yao-ting into a eunuch, they would gain imperial influence and would be able to take revenge on this landlord. At the age of 8, he was emasculated by his father at home with a single razor cut without the use of anesthesia. The emperor he had hoped to serve, Puyi, was deposed months later. Nevertheless, he did become a palace eunuch, became the attendant to the empress before the imperial family was expelled from the Forbidden City. He continued to serve. Yeah, and he died in 96.
Wow.
So, Yeah, there we go. His preserved genitals, considered a treasure by eunuchs, were discarded by his family during the Cultural Revolution when it was considered a taboo. And he was like, I wanted those.
Oh, goodness.
It's like they were meant to be in like a little velvet pouch or something around like a necklace.
I can't believe his own dad did that to him.
Yeah.
I thought they were sort of like slaves. It was done at the court.
I think sometimes they were like offered, because it was like
offered by their parents.
Prestigious thing.
Offered by their parents.
Yeah, because it was like a way to secure, money and power.
Wow.
Anyway, there we go. That's the last imperial court eunuch.
That's really fascinating.
Yeah. I remember reading about that and going like, 96?
Because,
that's so recent.
Because apparently eunuchs weren't just in China, but they were getting more prominent there. But the idea was, I want a male advisor, because I'm not going to have a girl advisor, but I want a male advisor who's not a real man, who can't threaten me. So if he doesn't have testicles, he won't take my woman, and he won't be able to challenge me politically. But the eunuchs were really powerful, very powerful, and they did often have affairs with the king's wife. Like the first empress of China, like had a dozen eunuchs, and apparently she was a very sexually satisfied woman.
Basically, just an army of tongues and fingers. Like, great.
Oh, Min, you're so naive. So naive, Min. I've heard of the feet thing in Imperial China too.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
That was quite recent too. Like to the 20s, I think.
Yep, that was very, very recent. There's photographs of it, so it's very bad. What do I do here?
But there's eunuchs in other cultures, like Kane said earlier, the castratos.
Yeah, castrati. That was a big thing with the Catholic Church.
They would cut the boys' thingamabobs off.
Prepubescent.
So that he could keep a high voice to be a singer.
Yes, it was like, we need to get the most beautiful, pure voices that only a prepubescent boy could have.
And again, the idea...
So we'll keep them like that.
And again, the idea was, if he doesn't have, he can never be a threat.
Yes.
Now,
like when we were doing...
looked at this rather odd object,
fairly recent,
asking himself what it could be.
Being a thing.
And as he looked...
When we were doing Shakespeare and Ben Jonson... Oh, wait. When we were doing Shakespeare and Ben Jonson, who was a contemporary of Shakespeare, in university last year, the characters, if they had sex with prepubescent boys, not defending it, but like teenage boys, their logic was, it's not gay because he's not a man yet. That was the attitude. It's in a lot of those,
Yeah.
Like people think
now
that...
Piglet looked at this rather odd object, asking himself what it could be. And as he looked, it came to him. It was a hook.
A hook? Okay, we need to hook something.
Shakespeare and Ben Jonson is filthy.
Oh yeah, it's the most fucking raunchy sex shit you've ever read.
It's the Victorians and the 1950s
really tried to sanitize a lot of
were really repressed, but a lot of other places of history, it's not just the Romans, a lot of history.
The Elizabethans were fucking perverts. Shakespeare in particular was a fucking pervert.
And Chaucer, who was from the Middle Ages.
I love Shakespeare, by the way, but yeah, Chaucer as well.
So many sex jokes.
Incredibly sexual.
Just filthy jokes.
There's a reason that the Victorians went around and were censoring all that shit for a while. Shakespeare famously got censored the fuck out of by the Victorians.
And Shakespeare, I mean, we can never know for sure, and you shouldn't.
Probably by.
Yeah, but you
least,
should.
right?
You can never know for sure.
I know,
you shouldn't
but it's probably by.
You shouldn't
label.
you shouldn't label someone without themselves doing it. Yeah,
there's a lot of those love poems about
I'd
the
say
guy.
I'd say he was bi. Yeah,
He was at least bi.
I think he was. Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of those poems that were not meant to be published. Who would not have been happy, I'm sure. No, my boy love poems.
Canterbury Tales, more like. Yeah, the word, I mean, it's cunny, but it means the same thing. And that's the old-fashioned way of saying C-U-N-T. And that word is said a lot. It's like, he stuck his manhood into her cunny.
All Piglet had to do was
and you hear
find
the other
key
characters in the Canterbury
which would
Tales going,
I don't know if I can be here yet. Might have to go into Owls
a bi
first.
man in theatre.
Exactly. Wasn't it Shakespeare that had Grope Cunt Lane? Probably. Shakespeare was into puns.
Shakespeare wrote what?
Had a place called Grope Cunt Lane.
Oh, I thought that was just. I don't know if this is true,
Now,
but
Piglet
I've
looked
heard
at this
it was in
rather
London and it
odd
was called that
object,
because that's where the sex workers
asking
were.
himself
I
what
don't know
it
if it's
could
true.
be. And as he
Straight
looked,
lower where the
it came
pleasant
to him.
mountains lie.
It was
No, Shakespeare wasn't as flowery as
No,
that.
Shakespeare
Much
would
more
just say, like,
fancy.
fuck me, basically. I mean, Shakespeare famously has that line where he says, I've done your mother,
Oh
and then
yeah,
laughs.
that was the one of the plays.
That's,
Twelfth Night.
Is that 12th
No,
Night?
not 12th Night,
it's not
sorry.
12th Night.
Titus Andronicus.
It's Titus Andronicus.
Where, like, the villain, and well, the woman was also a villain, because of course she was. Like, he's arguing with her sons, and they're like, leave her, because he's black, and she's white, and they've had an illegitimate mixed race baby, and her sons are all like, you've spoiled our mother, you look what you've done. And he goes like, villain, I done thy
And so
mother.
Piglet proved it.
Like, look it up, it's true. I done thy mother. It's the actual
fell
language
asleep.
used. It's like he did a your mama joke
Yeah.
back in the 15 whatever.
Shakespeare is very gross sometimes. Very gross and very bloody. I feel like people sanitize Shakespeare
Well, I
too
think
much
people
until
know
it's
that it's
boring.
bloody. They know that in his tragedies everyone dies, but they don't know how sexual it is.
Yeah, but even like Macbeth, it's a tragedy, but it's also just like a lot of fucking cutting people in half and shit instead of like murders. Like Macbeth famously opens with him cutting somebody in half.
Piglet were here. I do think he might be
Grope Cunt Lane was a street name from an English town situated in the Middle Ages, believed to reference to the prostitution centred on those areas. Oh, lovely.
Lovely.
Bombed your mam, Luce.
You look like you're lost. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh, the gopher. I hate
Oh, I
him.
hate him already.
Have you seen Owl by chance?
Owl? Oh, you mean the fellow who's lost his memory?
I have this.
His
oh, yeah,
house is just behind these big doors.
I do so want to help him, but how can I open these doors? I'm far too small.
Sounds like you want my help. Sorry.
Fuck off,
Nope,
gopher.
Too big a project. I'm much too busy. Got tunnels to dig, you know.
Shut up.
Bet you find some help over at the library.
I had this argument a lot as a Shakespeare,
Yep,
as an English
there's
teacher.
the
They would give us
chapboard
Shakespeare because it's
inside.
Shakespeare, and I was
I'm
like, have
willing
you
to
actually
bet
read
that
Shakespeare?
Owl
Yeah.
put a switch in there to open the
Cream-faced
doors.
loon is a good one.
He's very good at architecture.
Virginity
Terrible
breeds
at
mites.
excavating, though.
Oh, thank you very much, Gopher.
It's fun. I like Shakespeare.
I
Betcha.
enjoyed studying it a lot more than I thought I would.
Piano.
The elite. Yeah, you said that
I was
you,
not expecting to enjoy
You
it.
said that you weren't going to like Shakespeare and that you weren't going to like medieval literature.
And I
either.
did, yeah.
And the two things you have enjoyed most in university, I would say, are Shakespeare and Chaucer.
And that's what I'm doing my dissertation
Yes,
on.
you're now doing your dissertation on Chaucer and Shakespeare specifically.
Yeah.
The
Which-
presentation of women in Chaucer and Shakespeare is what is the theme of Emma's dissertation this year. Because they're great. They're really good. King Lear's a banger. Always been my argument against banning books. So you're going to ban Shakespeare and Steinbeck for sexual content and
We were
language.
going to do, it's really annoying. Our Shakespeare teacher, she took the year off. Remember, I did Shakespeare in first and second year, and I wanted to do it in third year, but she took the year off. And we were going to do King Lear and Richard II, which are both meant to be amazing. So, well, they're all meant to be amazing.
I know. There's some that are meant to be a bit shit.
Well, people don't like Titus.
Henry VIII is meant to be
People
notoriously a
think
bit
Titus
shit.
Andronicus is not
Yeah,
very good.
people think that was one of his worst
I
ones.
enjoyed it.
I've read bits of it. It seems good. I was in a gender bent version of Romeo and Juliet. I mean, it's all kind of gender bender, really, originally.
Well, yeah, because that's a big thing that we did in class too. In England, not in other countries.
Yeah, it was
anymore.
just in England.
In England, when Shakespeare was writing his plays in the 1500s, women weren't allowed to act because, you know, they're women, they're stupid. So, like, all the women roles were played by pubescent teenage boys, like 11, 12, 13. So in the original Romeo and Juliet, that's a 12-year-old boy. It's not
meant to be like a 14-year-old girl.
Well,
anyway.
it's still not a girl. And Lady Macbeth is a little boy, and, you know...
And it's weird. I always thought growing up that was true all across Europe.
No, it was
wasn't.
just
It was
England.
just England who were
England.
being fucking weird about it. There was plenty of women actors around.
In other countries.
Yeah, in other countries. It was just England were like, no, obviously not.
And the Puritans, like, hated the theatre.
Oh, they hated Shakespeare as well.
Well, yeah, but they hated all things.
I know, but Shakespeare was like two-pronged because it was like, not only are you theatre, and obviously that's associated with like sexual shit to
Yeah.
us, but also you're like a commoner. You're not like posh enough either.
Well, like, he didn't grow up in poverty or anything.
No, but he's like
Middle class.
He's like middle class.
Well, he's not an aristocrat.
No, he wasn't.
Or the gentry.
That's where Upstart Crow comes from.
He didn't go to university. He was self-taught.
All that filthy begetting.
Like
Any
his,
books for sensual
like his
themes,
father
Vinegar into the Old
was,
Testament.
whisper it now, his father was a tradesman. A very wealthy tradesman, but still a tradesman.
Oh, that's kind of spooky. Oh, I like this music.
There's a book that just came out called She Speaks, What Shakespeare's Women Might Have Said. Maybe I should look up that.
What the fuck are you? Oh, it's another wolf prick. I like this music in the background quite a
But
bit.
yeah, the father was a toolmaker. No, I don't think so. I think he was a glove merchant.
This is a reference to
I could be wrong.
Keerathan Starmer.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. Keir Starmer's pretending he's not posh.
Yes. His father was a toolmaker.
Was his father a toolmaker?
I don't know. Probably. Kill him. Oh, thank God, that was close.
But yeah, the Puritans really hated the theatre. And I did an
They hate
essay.
everything.
I did
A
an
wax
essay on the
stamp sealed the
Puritans and
parchment.
theatre in second year.
With a little heat, Piglet would certainly be able to melt the seal and open the parchment.
His father
Piglet
was a
came
toolmaker.
upon
He made
what
clear
appeared
time.
to be a treasure map. However, it was missing a piece. Now all that Piglet needed to do was find that piece of the map.
You know that Simpsons episode where Martin Prince is in a nightmare and he gets killed by Garnston Willie as Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
It looks a bit like that.
Mm.
Big F in chat for pizza, by the way.
Preza.
What's Preza?
John Prescott, I assume.
Oh, he just died
Former
today. didn't
Deputy
he?
Prime Minister under Blair?
Oh,
Is
well.
that right?
Boo.
Yeah. He did punch that guy, though, which was very funny.
But yeah,
have you seen that clip? That
I was
famous
talking
clip
about
of
Puritans.
John Prescott punching a guy?
Oh, tell me so.
No, it's just like a protester or something, like takes a swing at John Prescott while he's walking through a procession, and John Prescott instantly just goes like...
What was the protester protest?
I have no idea. Might have been the Iraq War or something. It was New Labour. But who knows?
Anyway.
Like, he just decks the
Back
guy.
to proper conversation.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Puritans hated the theatre. I did an essay on it in second year, and that was actually a lot of fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they hated the theatre for many reasons in England, because the classes actually, well, relatively mixed. The cheap, if you were, the cheapest thing was just to stand. And that's still like that in the Globe Theatre in London today. You come by to watch a play and you're just standing.
Yes.
And then if you're properly posh...
That's really cool.
If
I like that.
If you're properly posh, you have seats and they're
Yes.
relatively near the actors.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously the poor and the rich were mixing, or at least they were in the same space. And the Puritans were like, that's disgraceful.
Yes, you can't have that.
Oh, they
Whores.
also hated, because in those days it was against the law for poor people to wear rich people's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So how actors got away with that, because obviously the actors playing kings and stuff, what would often happen was that rich people would leave their money to the theatre or sell it to the theatre, and the Puritans were horrified by that too. They're like, that guy's playing a king, he's not a king. And because the little boys were dressing up as women and then playing romantic parts, there's a kind of subtext of homosexuality there. And the Puritans were like, and gender fluidity, and the Puritans were like, no. Because Shakespeare plays with that. He has loads.
Yeah, and Ben Jonson does.
He has loads of plays, and Ben Jonson does as well. Yeah, he has loads.
Twelfth Night's all about that.
He has loads of plays with the women dress up as boys, and the subtext is it's a boy pretending to be a woman, pretending to be a boy.
Yeah, and just kind of making fun of the whole thing, really. These feel like my A-level classes again with Piglet.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's good. And here's the book title: What Shakespeare's Women Might Have Said. The book by Harriet Walter.
Oh, I've heard of. I think I have heard of her. Yeah, because you do kind of come across the same names when you're doing this.
It's like, speaking of the Globe Theatre, like one of my favourite things I've seen of Shakespeare, and I've only watched the one scene of it, but there was a production of Twelfth Night
with Stephen Fry,
where it was an all-male
and
production.
Mark, what's his name? I can't remember what his name is. He's in the TV show at the moment, Wolf Hall. What's his name?
I have no idea.
Mark Rylance. He was in it too. He was.
But he it was a comedy production of Twelfth Night, because it's a comedy,
and it was all men.
All men
playing
it in drag
well.
and stuff like that. And I watched a clip of the production.
Like it would have been back in Shakespeare's time.
But it was just people standing, just in t-shirts and jeans or whatever, and like clearly just randoms from off the street who just want to see the play. And it was really fucking funny, and people were like, you know, whistling in the audience and clapping along, and it was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what Shakespeare would have wanted. I love it.
Oh, the Puritans would be very upset.
Exactly. It was like, this is what Shakespeare, the reputation it should be. It's like, because
rather
the Victorians
than
made it this sort of like closed off elite thing.
Yeah.
It's like, this is, you know, stupid fucking sex jokes and people whistling in the audience. It's fun. And artistic. His incredible artistic
His
merit.
tragedies are very heavy.
Yes.
And like a very, you know, I don't know what.
Art house, basically.
I guess so, yeah. Like
definitely.
He can write.
both.
He can write serious stuff really well, and his comedies are very funny. He was too talented. It's not loud.
you did say that earnestly at one point. You were like, "This fucking prick, he can do everything."
It was way too talented.
Mm-hmm.
And because he didn't come from aristocracy or gentry, and because he didn't go to university, that's where it came from. That he couldn't possibly have written these plays.
It's like a very classist thing, I think.
Because he was self-taught,
like. But it's why he gets a lot of historical shit wrong.
Well, I mean, movies still do that now.
I know, but he got like a lot wrong.
Well, Ben Jonson wasn't actually from an aristocratic background either, but Ben Jonson did go to university. So he was always kind of mocking Shakespeare for not knowing Latin. Because Shakespeare's Latin in his plays is really bad.
Shit because he doesn't know it. I think it was a composition of different writers. Tory. Now I can do it back. Tory.
I've seen Twelfth Night outside. Twelfth
Night is funny.
And a mimless version of The Tempest.
I haven't read The Tempest or seen it. I should. I've heard it's amazing.
They're all meant to be amazing.
I know, but the two that I haven't read that I really want to are Othello and The Tempest.
The Othello.
Incredible.
I've only read like a kid's version of Othello, but it was good.
And so the first step appeared.
Okay, we need to just do this in order. I guess it's brute forcing.
I mean, it's very progressive from the man that also wrote The Merchant of Venice.
I know. Well, even Merchant of Venice, it's horribly anti-Semitic. And then there's that one amazing scene that Shylock has.
Doesn't really make up for it.
I know, but it's like, it's fucking... If you just took that scene in isolation, it would be amazing. And then you have the rest of the fucking nightmare. But I hate Merchant of Venice.
Well, the funny thing then about, Othello is it's only recently that we stopped casting white guys in blackface to play the role.
Laurence Olivier did a famous production in the 60s.
I think it was even more recent than that, like in the 70s. No, but I mean, other people were still playing in blackface.
Yeah, definitely.
Poor Shylock.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy owed him money.
I know.
He didn't do it.
Also,
Shylock didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to say it now. Antonio seems like a prick. He deserved it.
I'm looking for a chessboard. A gopher told me you would open the big doors to Owl's house.
That guy was a bum, exactly.
I mean, I don't want to, come across as defending Shakespeare. If you want to play devil's advocate, there is this idea that he wrote the play because Elizabeth I, her doctor, who was Jewish, people think he was framed now. He was accused of trying to poison her. So people think that Shakespeare was trying to appeal to her, but, that's not really an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
I shall have to be very.
It's just annoying that there's this one incredible empathetic speech in the middle of it, and the rest is just like, well, you're ruining it now.
I mean, hath not a Jew's eyes. That's the speech, right?
Yeah.
What's the rest of it?
It's very long.
You did it in school.
I did. But
it's like, if you prick us, do we not bleed? Do we not feel the same?
It's an incredible speech, and the rest of the play is so shit. Like, not even just the anti-Semitism. The play is just quite shit. Like, it's sort of midway between a comedy and a tragedy, but it's not really good at being either, in my opinion. I don't like Merchant of Venice. Like, it's a very boring comedy. And
Oh no, there's loads of them. Oh, you're Winnie!
Oh god, I'm Winnie! What the fucking Winnie the Pooh do?
You've gone past half-past, by the way.
I will end soon then. Once I figure out what to do here.
Oh, Winnie!
Know what we do. The Tempest is great, but strange even for Shakespeare.
Wasn't that one of the last plays he wrote before he retired?
Maybe? I don't know.
Because,
You are Xi Jinping.
you know, like, he was considered old when he died, but he was only, like, in his 50s.
Yeah, he was.
Bother.
Yeah, but that was kind of
I'm
the
afraid
average.
that my
Yeah.
tummy was too rumbly, and it gave me away.
Alright, we can do this next
Well,
time, I guess.
I shall just have to
It's a
try
good
it
time to
again.
end.
It's okay, Pooh. I can try to find another
Oh, they
way.
love each other.
But Piglet,
They are great.
I'm your
pals.
friend.
And nothing
We
more.
shall
What's it
help
called?
each other.
OTP?
This time,
They're my
I'll be
OTP of this
sure
game.
to
One
make it.
true pairing?
Yes. They're OTP for me.
I don't mean to impose.
That's the smiliest he's been.
I love him.
He's so happy.
Oh, I'd make him whimper.
Okay.
Sorry.
You have lovely eyes.
Shut up. Right, I'm quick saving, and we can close that. Thank you.
And here's a tab about the last eunuch of China.
Let's. I don't know. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I usually link to my YouTube now, and then I raid somebody. So if you would like to see more of me, for whatever godforsaken reason you have, this is my latest video on YouTube. Consider subscribing. I do 2 videos a week. Wednesdays and Saturdays, edited, bespoke content for YouTube. And it's good, maybe? I know some people seem to enjoy it. 683 people can't be wrong. They could easily be wrong. I will also, if you'd prefer to stay on Twitch, raid somebody. I see a person I like on here, so I will go /raid. This person. Oh god, it should be illegal to have underscores in a name. I've also typed the word raid wrong, which speaks to my brain damage. Playing a game I really like. Hang on. Twitch, please, for the love of God. Has that worked? It has worked. Go watch Picklebee, she's cool. And she's playing a Euro Truck Simulator, which I have sunk probably like 1,000 hours into. I had a problem for a while. Bye!